doing some testing real quick. I'm just text to make sure that sounds fine. So at this very moment, I'm going to go just for a quick second just to double check. That would be live, so just that would be quick. All right, I think we're all set to say that we're live. What's up, yo?
Hello, local peeps and everybody else. Oh yeah, I gotta invite you.
Yeah. Be good. I don't know, I'm kind of getting mad random. I'm kind of getting tired of that off. Shut that off and get back to something. It's just stupid. Yeah, I'll drop the flash in that. So. Pick that up. What the hell? Bro, you gotta try block tails after this for real, for real. Yo, what's up, Mayama? How you doing, man? I'll consider that unless it's like a little joke or something. I never heard of no game called Block Tails. Something goofy. But nah, how you doing, dog?
Oh my god.
What?
I accidentally dropped like my the motion sensor in the grass
Oh, okay.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Bro, I hate this setup. I need to edit this later.
Take notes to remember. It's okay, Roblox. I'm assuming you mean it's on Roblox. It's Block Tails. Nah, let's look at the chat if anything. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck is popping up? Yo, what the fuck? Is there an update where like you lose your vision? What the fuck? Or is that what is that?
I don't know.
It's
I know
flickering on your screen too, right?
Yeah,
Right.
which is weird because all the lights are off anyway.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'll drop my EMF here, keep yours in case of EMF place.
I'm gonna have to fix this out too. Okay, I found a bone, but I'm gonna have to fix my I don't know why the fuck they added all this BS on the bottom right.
Of the screen.
Yeah, because it gets in the way. Instead of running and sprinting, no PM.
No PM, but motion.
I'm gonna grab my fucking flashlight. I can't see anything.
Yeah. I'll grab spirit box. Don't turn on my flashlight though. What the fuck?
What?
I accidentally dropped my thing. I forgot where the toast room is. Was it in the kitchen or something?
It's over there.
Oh, so fun fact for anyone that doesn't know, Eric also plays on iPad. She plays on console. Not random slide.
Okay. I'm just gonna drop this for now. How did they add this? Like, it does not need to be that big.
It sucks because I don't go through any of those issues because I'm on the bus. Yo, so Mayama, if you're still here, man, how's your experience at Voloco so far? I don't really post a lot.
Freezing.
Freezing. I don't think I'm getting the spirit box. Take a drop of spirit box. Okay.
Yeah, if I accidentally mark anything, it's because of the stupid update. It's not me actually marking something. Otherwise, I'll let you know.
Writing.
Ready? It's doing that. It's. I don't like this. This is freaking me out. It was flickering again.
See something in the chat. Anything else or something?
Where do you see that at? Because I don't have anything.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah, me neither. Well, it just popped up a message, so I don't know.
Oh, this is pissing me off, low-key.
Do you want to play a different game or something?
It's not really that. I mean, I forgot I could turn the lights on too, but I'm trying to see if I can find any fingerprints and orbs. I've never seen this area before. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this room. Ghost orbs. So it's your reach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We got 3 things.
Oh yeah, funny thing is, so if we have a map, whenever we're outside of the van, and the house or building or whatever is like glass paned basically.
Yeah.
If I put my orb goggles on, I can actually see the orbs from outside of the building. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can
Fix up.
yeah, otherwise it's gonna stress me out. I don't know why they didn't need to do all that. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Bro, is there ever anything? Yo, whoever makes this fucking game, can y'all put some good shit in the damn shop? Fucking Armando, motherfucker, that's Johnny there. Bro. This fucking box, man. Don't even get started on this shit.
I don't know. The thing that sucks about that too is like they have good stuff, but I don't know if they're like seasonal items or seasonal items. Well, yeah, I guess it's the same thing anyway. But they have good shit. They just put the lame stuff in the shop.
It's ass, bro.
Yeah. I can't edit the. I didn't know how it was gonna be like that. You wanna play something else?
If you want, yeah, what you thinking?
I don't know. What do you have in mind?
I don't know, let's do talk about some blocks, tails, I don't know, check that out. Because, oh, I didn't mean to close out of Roblox, guys, I'm retarded. I forgot. It's between close Roblox and return, so.
If he's still here, is it called block tails or blocks? Like BLOX?
Block tails.
Block?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because I see block, not blocks.
You can show that. Ooh, Podge was some goofy ass game. I actually don't know if he's still here, he's not talking.
It's just already. So. It's all the same, so. Sorry guys, I'm short, so I had to jump up to get hot.
I don't know what to make me play, man. That weird thing is save. I have to use the bathroom.
Let's see if we can do
Oh, oh, this dude's ugly. I'm not telling you it's zombie, bro. What the fuck are we playing?
it casually. Oh, we should start doing the goofy, what's it called? Like the readings that we used to do with the,
Oh, yeah.
make it more entertaining for the viewers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Sure.
No, I don't want to talk to more NPCs to pick up some
Hey, where did you go? Are you up here? Okay.
Yeah, there. I can't tell if these are just NPCs or if it's other players. Nah, they gotta be NPCs. They're not really.
This is not Fortnite.
It's fucking Santa Claus. You just talk to a dinosaur.
Okay, so what's the thing of this game? You're supposed to just side quests.
Go right towards the Roblox block. I guess we just gotta find the Roblox maybe. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, but, yeah.
Found it.
Well, I think we just go. And then I think we just have to keep going until the Roblox gets cheap. I think this is what we have.
Okay, I finally found it. So after you talk to him, you just keep on right. So you just go this way.
This is so
Take your seat and watch this.
I'm reading it, but Spat on all those players. What the fuck? Is this push? Kidnapping? Recognizing obvious use of sickening, nine, I don't think this is script. What the What the fuck am I? Come on, bro. Get up and stop him. What? Always been such a whatever, bro. I'm stupid. Bear cans. Playing dodgeball with a bunch of doors.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like all the tacticals. That's it.
Oh, I did it. I knocked it out. Like some shitty ass final. I don't know if I'm just tired, but I don't know if I'm feeling this.
I'm definitely tired, but even about wait, I don't know how you feel about this. Yo, Miami, you got some interesting taste. I honestly don't. Interesting. How fascinating. Never did I expect this. Enigma free. Too much over. Out. Yes. I'm tired, bro. I'm literally drinking coffee. Switch got sucked into a watch. Get up, Uber.
Well, I guess while we're playing this, even though it doesn't look like anybody's gonna join,
We'll probably watch the vlogs. Yeah, go ahead.
but my brain is just like, it's not, I'm just tired. But it's basically I don't even know how to like I don't know. But basically, guys, there's been something I noticed. I've seen it before from somebody in particular, but I had seen it from somebody else recently, and other people, I guess, have viewed it as well, and it's something that other people are noticing as well. But people are creating fake, or have created fake profiles. Oh, are you leaving again?
I'm leaving the game. You continue talking. I don't know.
Do you want to just play what's that game? Work at a pizza place. Or adopt me or something. I don't know. Because if we're gonna be talking, I don't want to do anything that's crazy, or I'm not gonna do that.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could play Work at the Pizza Place.
If you have something else in mind that's not super crazy, then I don't mind. But I was trying to think of something that's like, especially since
it's just because right. No, it's just because I have my controller connected. I just don't want to play a game it requires like me clicking a bunch of shit. But I mean, if I do delivery driver at Work at the Pizza Place, it should be fine. All right. Yeah, we can do that. Go ahead.
But so yeah, people are creating, I guess, new or fake, I should say fake, Voloco accounts to basically hype themselves up. I know that sounds silly, but I guess that's what people are doing. So basically, how I found out, I was just chilling Voloco for a few minutes. And by the way, guys, I'm not really on Voloco like that. So if you guys want me to check out a track, just tag me in your comments. Otherwise, I'm probably not gonna see it. But I'm all about supporting and stuff like that. I just don't go on there like that. But if you guys, like I said, if you guys wanna have me check them out, just tag me and I'll see it. Obviously, I'll get the notification that way. Otherwise, I don't really see anybody's tracks anymore. So I don't want you guys to think it's personal. I just don't. I mean, I'm just now starting to remake music and stuff like that. But anyway, back on the topic. I'm like, my brain is farting right now. So yeah, basically I was just on Voloco, and I had noticed, I'm not gonna say in particular, I'm not gonna just, put it out there just straight up, but they know who they are, and they know who they are, the people that are doing it as well, not just one person. Dang it, I did not mean to accidentally turn off my game. But, yeah, so, again, I was just, I think I'm just tired. I can't even talk.
I can help you out a little bit, so you just like talking about the people that are
Yeah, basically I'm just saying that some person in particular I noticed recently, it's kind of funny because, I don't know, sometimes, like, I'm not necessarily nosy in people's comments, but, as I'm commenting something, I'll, read what other people have to say about your track and stuff like that. But there is a comment in particular that was, like, super detailed. And obviously the person of that posted the track was responding back to this person like if it was, completely somebody else, right? But the name in particular just kind of reminded me of the person that was literally responding back, and I checked it out if they were only following that person, and most of those tracks that quote unquote, but it is fake account, their liked tracks are basically just only one person. So kind of, I was like, okay, because the way, like I said, the way that it was detailed, the way that they commented on their own track was just, I don't know. It, like, you would think that it's somebody else, but again, I feel like I pay attention, and I knew it was that person. I mean, come on. I mean, it's a super high coincidence. The name is something that that they go by as well. So yeah, I just feel like, why do you guys feel the need to make a fake account? I mean, and these are people that make it to the hot list. So I don't necessarily see what the point of making a fake account to comment and like their own tracks. Whenever people already do it for you. It's one thing, and I was telling, Vamp, like, it's one thing if you make a fake account. I'm not saying go do this, guys, but if you generally, want your music out there and you're taking your music seriously, like if you're putting on platforms, you just really want to be out there, I respect that. But if you really, really felt like you needed to, in a way, to promote your music, the only, like, reasonable, like, again, I'm brain farting, but the only reasonable thing that I could see you creating a fake account for is if you're trying to farm your views. So, just to basically make it to the hot list or help yourself, get to the hot list. Other than that, I just don't really see how it's necessary and what you're necessarily gaining from it by talking to yourself. Oh, you're the fishy! Oh my god, you're the fishy. You need to go in the water. You're gonna die. But, but, I just don't see how it's necessary, and it's kind of weird that, I mean, like I said, this comment, guys, was so detailed. Like, if it was, like, his cousin or something. You actually got in the water. But, yeah. Again, guys, I usually don't talk this slow. But I think I'm just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You talk about your opinion.
I don't know. Well, no, I do know. I don't know why I'm saying I don't know. I'm blunt. Alright, I'm blunt. I'm very fucking blunt. Alright, I'm calling y'all out. I do not care. Just before my mic falls. Shit's this bed, but yeah, it's stupid. Okay. First of all, y'all, it's no surprise I have beef with certain people, like, Killer, Karaoke, and all this shit. It's one thing to have it's not like unnecessary beef. It's not like I just hate the dude to hate the dude. He literally he has a fucking mouth on him because his mom probably didn't slap him in the mouth growing up. Not enough to fucking learn some fucking respect, clearly. Like, he opens his fucking mouth, he talks all this shit, but if he was to do that to someone who can actually physically fucking hurt him, he would keep his fucking mouth shut. Alright, respectfully, that it is what it is. He's a fucking pussy. I do not give a fuck. Y'all can cry in the comments, I do not give a shit. He's a fucking bum, he's a fucking little bitch. And he'll get humbled one day, but, for now he thinks he's hot shit. But the fucking fan account, bro? How high is your ego where you have to make a fucking fan account? You're not hot shit. You're a nobody. Nobody in the underground fucking world outside of that app knows who the fuck you are. Voloco is a very small underground app, alright? It is so underground. It's not even funny. Like, there's tons of people who use BandLab that never heard of fucking Voloco. People who've used Voloco know what BandLab is. People who use BandLab probably have never fucking heard of Voloco in their life. just humping the fucking table by accident. Don't need to do that. Alright. we'll see that in the pod. But nah, I honestly, bro, the whole fan account shit is corny because it's like at the end of the day, nobody knows you, alright? You don't have fans. Your fans are people who comment the same shit on everybody's posts. You're not special because you've received those comments too. Everybody receives a comment with the fire emoji, with the same fucking shit. Like, oh yeah, I love the vibe, I love the sound, the quality. This is different. You always hear someone saying this is different in the comments, or you're unique. Okay, everybody recycles the same compliments. It's not because they actually think that, and that's the sad part. Y'all are fucking like slow-brained in the fucking brain. Y'all actually sit there and you're like, oh my god, this random guy from Utah just said that I have the most unique voice in the world. That means I'm hot shit now because I have 1,000 followers and people have been telling me this. Like, I have this unique voice. I should, like, I should think I'm hot shit now. Like, you're not. None of you are. Literally, none of you are hot shit. None of us are. Okay, I'll go as far as saying that. Nobody from the goddamn Voloco app is that fucking special. We are all equally underground. Alright? Nobody from the goddamn fucking app with the V on it is special. None of you are. Okay? Let's get that fucking illusion out now. Nobody is special on that goddamn app. The closest thing you could be to special is special needs. Alright? And that's different. For example, there's this guy I follow on Voloco who has no fucking limbs, but he has an amazing voice. That I would consider special, not because he's specially able or special need. Like, I'm not calling him that. I'm saying that's special. He has no fucking limbs and he's still willing to make music. That takes skill, you know? That takes commitment. There's not people who would go on living their life with no fucking legs or arms and be able to do what he does, and that's fucking beautiful. All right, I don't know what his fucking name is. I just remember following him one time. I wish I could shout him out, but I don't know who the fuck he is. No, but there goes my point. Nobody knows who he is. Guess what? Nobody knows who you are either. Even the biggest rapper on Voloco, Little Jordy. Listen. I'm not. You know, bad mouthing Little Jordy. That's not. Let's get that out of the way before y'all put words in my mouth. But Little Jordy himself, like, yeah, he's big on the app. He's Voloco's most popular artist. But nobody in the underground world really knows who he is either. Like, he probably thinks he's hot shit because he has all those plays and a lot of people from the app know him. And that's fine. He's allowed to think that because, yeah, he's been on the app for a while, so he probably thinks he's the shit a little bit, you know? But it's okay to think you're the shit because you put in the work. Not because you're letting people eat you up with these delusions and these comments. Alright? Everybody, bro, I'm naming names. I don't give a fuck. All these names. I've seen the same 11 people. I've seen Thesis. I've seen VA Real. I've seen AY3. I've seen Romancia. I've seen fucking even people I know. A-Hunt, Big Stan, Edwin. Not necessarily Edwin too much. He's not necessarily on the app. But nah, matter of fact, I'm gonna take that name out. Edwin, nah, he mainly sticks. Now that I think about it, it's usually only when they, like, you know, people from his group like post music. So never mind that. I'm half asleep, guys. Shout out to Edwin, by the way. If you're watching the VOD, what's up? But you know, it's to a point. Those people I named, I've seen all those people comment the same bullshit to these random fucking artists that nobody knows. They don't mean it. That's the fucked up part. You think fucking Thesis actually sits there and likes Killer Karaoke or Romancia's music? No. He just comments that shit to fucking boost your ego. And I'm not saying just him. Everybody on the app does it. Everybody on the goddamn app does it. You think those comments saying, oh my god, this song is such a hit, are special? They're not special. They comment it on everyone's song. And sometimes they only do it because somebody commented on their song. That, you guys really need to stop. Bro, Jay the Stone. Jay the Stone. Great guy, and I support him like with the anti-Voloco stuff. But I even called him out when he fucking collabed with fucking that. And listen, I know he's a kid, so I'm not trying to be harsh, but that kid Gen 3 or whatever the fuck his name is on Voloco, he's like this kid that doesn't. He just kind of like makes music, but it's like, I don't want to be mean, but the music's not good. He's just kind of like being funny and just enjoying himself, which is fine. But I remember him collabing with him and being in the comments saying like, yo, this song's good when it wasn't. Like, I literally have a fucking screen recording of one of his songs and it's actually ass. Respectfully. I know he doesn't take music serious, okay? So that's why I'm saying respectfully all the fucking way. He just, you know, he's not, the song was ass. But I've seen people like Jay the Stone, fucking, again, Thesis, and a bunch of other people comment, like, fire emojis, or, oh yeah, this is different, you got something going here. It's just like, you guys are full of shit. You guys are full of shit. And it sucks because you really think that they're being genuine, especially, like, if you know you take music serious, and they comment that shit on your page, you're probably thinking like, oh, you know, that's nice of them to say that. But then when you go and you see them commenting this shit on everyone else's song, even when it's ass, it kind of is like a hit in the it's like a fucking karate chop to the throat. It's like super, it's unsettling, confusing, awkward, and just catches you by surprise. Like, it's like when you go outside and you see a homeless man shitting on the side of the street, but with his pants still on. It's like, why? Why are you going through all of that just to inconvenience yourself? You're lying to these people, saying the same shit you say to everybody else. So, you people making these fan pages, fucking, you're full of shit, alright? Alright, like, and I'm gonna call it right now, the fucking JC 2PC's fucking bitch ass probably gonna make his own fan page too. He's probably gonna make his own fan page, all his fucking music sounds the same, and it's gonna be like the same 3 fucking followers, along with thesis music in the comments, like, oh yeah, this has potential, bro. After he just commented on like 11 other people's accounts. Alright, it's the same shit. Also, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it right now, I don't give a fuck. It's on the same topic. Alright? And the only reason why I say this is not because I hate him, but because it's the fucking truth. BA Real does not give a fuck. Like, some of y'all think you're hot shit because you collab with BA Real, who's another big artist on the app. What the fuck? That's a rap. Oh my god. What a fat fucking rat in Roblox. Alright, but back to BA Real. Shout out to BA Real. But some of y'all think you're hot shit because you fucking collab with like big artists like BA Real or AY3. At the end of the day, they're normal fucking people. Alright? They're not celebrities. None of them are. Okay? They're not fucking celebrities. And it sucks because I remember being delusional like that too back then. Like last year. The year before, I would see these big people on the fucking Voloco app, and I'd be like, oh my god, like, they're huge on this app. 300,000 plays, oh my god. They're the shit. Oh my, it would be an honor to, like, be big like them or collab with them in the future. It's not a fucking honor, alright? People like BA Real, AY3, fucking, I'm trying to think of other names. I'm like, brain fart, bro. Shit. Fucking Mutant Flow, or even just simple artists like Romancia, okay? Like, they're just because they're big doesn't mean they're celebrities, okay? You're not hot shit because you work with a celebrity, therefore, you're not hot shit at all. If you have that mindset where you're like, oh, get on my level because I have 1,000 followers on Voloco, bro, I have 1,000 followers on Voloco. It doesn't mean shit. You are only relevant on the app because you're commenting like fucking crazy on every song you see. You're not being genuine. You know you're not shit at all. That's why you have to spam comments and spam likes just to get noticed. Go ahead.
Another thing that I wanted to add on there is, I'm not gonna say people in particular, but I have noticed a lot of the people that usually do make it to the hot list that do have a big following, whenever those people post a track, that's the only time that they will. So, like, for example, again, I'm not gonna necessarily point out names, but whenever they post a track, that's whenever you see them in the people's comments. That's whenever they like your track. But I noticed that there's one person in particular that does it a lot.
And that one person, fuck you, okay? You're fake. I used to think you were a real one. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. Kiss my fucking chocolate starfish. You can actually go fuck yourself. Alright? You are fake as shit. And I'm glad we're not saying your name. Because I know there'll probably be like 13 different people being like, what did I do? And it's like, I wasn't talking about you, but if you want to fit yourself in that category, that's fine. But this specific person, fuck you. I unfollowed you on everything. Alright? You're fake as shit. You're not humble. You want to pretend to be the humble guy. You're not Jay fucking Cole, alright? You're not this humble dude who doesn't care about clout. You care about clout, alright? That's why you go and spam likes and spam... You don't even spam comments. That's the funny thing. You don't even spam comments. You don't even take the time out of your day to comment on a song unless it's an artist you worked with or an artist you're dick riding for that specific month. And then you forget that person even exists, okay? I honestly don't understand why you're this person, okay? But obviously you care enough about clout that you're willing to go out of your way to make sure you're a piece of shit human, okay? Fuck you, alright? Just fuck you. You're dog shit, alright? I don't fuck your 7,000 followers. Fuck your 92,000 favorites. Fuck all your plays, because they don't mean shit, alright? Fuck you, bro.
Oh, you're making me so much fun.
It's funny, because that person will never know I'm talking about them, because it will always be a mystery. And I can just gaslight them and say, no, it wasn't about you. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Because I could equally be as fake. Yo, what's up, D-Arius? I see you putting a question mark in the comments. How you doing, bro? You big chillin'? Hope you big chillin' today. Happy Monday. We just shooting the shit talking about Voloco issues, because, I don't know, even though I have a podcast to talk about this type of stuff, I respectfully, it always feels like every time I bring something up, it's like getting censored by the co-host. Shout out to A-Hunt, but bro, you are like, it's funny because we always are like, yeah, we're here to shoot the shit, talk about shit, and then when it's time to talk about shit, A-Hunt like freezes up, man, like, love that guy, but he freezes up. He's like, and I can understand he's trying to be careful, you know, that's why I don't bash him about it. He's a cool guy, he's very friendly, but it's like, I need to let out some steam, alright?
Right, like basically what he's saying, it's a safe place. Like, you know, if you guys are gonna be on the podcast, I mean, you know, the point is to basically speak your mind. You know, if anything, A-Hunt and Mvripxsa are the people that aren't going to judge, because they have their own opinions too.
Exactly.
But, and obviously, I've mentioned before, like, my stories and stuff, but if you guys are interested in joining, you know, like I said, it's a safe place, and you don't necessarily have to put people on the spot if you don't want to, but yeah, like, don't be afraid to address things that you've seen or that needs to be heard, because, I mean, you know, like I said, a lot of people are unfortunately fake, and maybe, you know, you speak in your mind, and maybe people will see it differently and change their ways. But it sucks because, you know, like I said, it's a lot of false hope on the app. Don't comment, like, sorry, it's like I'm laughing, guys. But, you know, I'm just full of laughter. I don't know if it's from the coffee.
Maybe.
But I know you went on a rant, baby.
Because I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of these fucking fake ass people, bro.
Right.
That's why Voloco was so fake, man. Like, there's so many fake people. Everybody is, even Voloco themselves are fake. I'm sorry, but Romancia winning Post of the Week is fucking bullshit. She's a lovely lady, but no. What do you mean she won? I'm not mad because I didn't win, or I'm not mad because I expected someone else to win. I'm just saying, there's no fucking way in hell that's not rigged, or Voloco is either just delusional. Again, she seems like a great person, alright? No shade at all. But that's fucking bullshit, okay? It's fucking bullshit. Also, there's people that liked that post that I personally know talk shit about her, which drives me even crazier. Alright? Why? How are y'all gonna talk shit about her and be like, oh, well deserved. This is a well deserved post for the week. And it's like, you guys are fake. You guys are fucking fake. You're talking shit about this poor lady on the fucking Voloco app, and then you go in the comments like, oh my god, yes, girl, you deserve it. Look, you fucking liars. Alright, you fucking liars. And I know there's certain people that just dick ride Voloco to the point where they just like anything Voloco related. They don't have an opinion on anything. They don't care about anything. As long as it's Voloco related, it's fine. This game, it's called Work at a Pizza Place, so that's what I'm doing. I'm delivering food. This stupid bitch parked the fucking car in the drive, like, with the door. The shit out of here. Fuck. Sorry, slipped. Anyway, that fucking music that YouTube started is pissing me off. But, yeah, man, listen, like, she seems like a lovely lady. I'm not hating on her. I'm not here to talk shit about her music or whatever. I'm just saying, like, y'all are fake. Y'all are fucking fake. Voloco's fake, too. They're probably like, well, she's the only person that posted, a track or something that's Voloco related to her Instagram, so fuck it, she wins post of the week. See, like, it's rigged. It's fucking rigged. There's no fucking way. She probably asked, alright? And even if she did, at least she was nice enough to ask. I'm sorry, I hate to be the guy where it's like, she didn't deserve it, but she really didn't, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not saying nobody deserves it. I'm not saying she have a chance to deserve it, but it's just a random video of her lip-syncing her song with, like, weird effects. You mean to tell me that wins Voloco post of the week? But let's drop all that, alright? Let's just drop all that. She chilling. She won post of the week. Good for her. I mean, she probably won $100 too, because I know that's what they do. You know, good for her. You know, she could treat herself. Alright, everybody deserves money here and there, alright? I'm not hating on that. But let's talk about the other issue. About Voloco being fake. Alright. Fucking Voloco saying, oh yeah, all our views are real and not botted at all. They're genuine people. No, the fuck they're not. You mean tell me 1,000 people follow me, but none of them like actually go and like my music? I don't get any fucking DMs for, like, when I get collabs or people asking me for collabs. It's random people that don't even follow me. It's just like, yo, I checked out your music. You're trying to collab. You mean tell me I have 1,000 people that don't want to listen to my music? Let's be for real, all right? That's fucking bullshit. It's not like I've been on the app so long that it's like those thousands of people just like forgot I existed and they're just like listening to other artists. No, those are thousands of people that I worked my ass off to fucking earn. All right, I didn't fucking do comment bot shit. I found singer rapper Dehor when he had like 40 fucking followers. Like, when I go into, like, the new list of music and comment on people's, like, songs, it's because I actually fucked with the song. I found Dehor and shouted Dehor out before they blew up on the app. Like, that's how genuine I am. Like, I don't just fucking comment on everybody's song and go like, oh yeah, this is the shit fire, or check out my song. Like, no, I'm actually going out of my way to be like, oh, this is actually really good. I'm gonna repost this on my Instagram. I want people that, you know, follow me that are like super heavy on Voloco, like, check this out. They'll probably like it too. But now that I think about it, growing up was realizing that's fucking useless. Because the only reason why they're gonna do that is because they just want to be fake. It's like, oh, I see a person that has less followers, so I'm going to be a big artist on the Voloco app. I'm going to be the guy that likes the post and seems genuine, so that when they click on my account, they're like, oh my god, this super big popular rapper, singer dude liked my post. Oh my god, he has like 500,000 plays. Oh my god, he has so many followers, dude. This is so cool. Like, no, bro, that's why they do it. What the fuck? Fucking rats, so fucking weird. Why do you exist? Alright, but at the end of the day, alright, at the end of the day, what I'm just tired of is the bullshit. Y'all are delusional. You don't have fans. The people that genuinely like your music and stuff, like, unless you're getting an email personally from Voloco saying they fuck with your stuff that heavy, or you're getting, like, people who want to collaborate with you, those are fans, because they actually fuck with you. Not just random people commenting on your track and being like, oh yeah, it's good, or not even, sometimes they don't even say words. They just fucking post fire emojis and beef. Okay? People like that, yeah, no. They're fake. Okay? I'm sorry, but they're fucking fake.
Another, like, if you guys also want to detect, you know, people that aren't real supporters, they'll usually comment the same thing. So, there was a track that I did recently, and the same person, so basically, I did a track for somebody else, and it's funny because I have never necessarily seen this guy comment. He's a very big person on the app, and he's never in my comments, and he usually doesn't like my stuff, so it's kind of like an out of the bloom thing. But he commented, fire emojis. But I noticed this guy does it a lot. It's always the same thing. It's always fire emojis, and I'm not gonna necessarily say in particular because I don't want you guys scoping it out. But if you guys see it, you see it, type of thing. But I noticed it's funny but not funny. But whenever I check the comments on the other person's track that I that I was talking about, the same dude, the same exact comment. But I noticed that the person that quote unquote, like the people that he fucks with, quote unquote, it's the same exact comment too, throughout the hot list. So, and it's just like, why? It's, it's not even just the false hope thing. It's just the fact that you're being fake.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. Like, the point of Voloco is, to post your tracks and, to meet people. It's not necessarily to be fake. So, whenever you're being fake, it just doesn't... I mean, it's like, what are you gaining from it? You're taking the time out of your day whenever you could be doing something else. But you're not necessarily even, what's it called? Like, you're just being fake. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you on the app wasting your time whenever you're genuinely just not,
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense.
Another thing I don't like, and I know the thing that pisses me off is I can understand comment bots because it's like they paid like a bot to actually like comment a bunch of shit, right? But there's actual artists that are, like, I wouldn't say pretend to be comment bots, they're being comment bots. Like, they didn't pay for like a bot to comment shit. No. They're literally going out of their way to copy and paste something in comment sections. Alright? For example, that kid Jen. He used to go by a different name back then, but that kid Jen was one of them for a little bit of time. I haven't seen him in my comments, probably because every time he fucking does that, I delete the goddamn comment. Because it's fucking annoying.
I do that too.
Yeah.
If anybody does the comment bot stuff where it's like, it's a fire flame and they're like, hey, check out so-and-so. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna delete your comment respectfully. And I don't usually delete comments, but that's the only time I will delete a comment is whenever it's something like that, because respectfully, don't come on my page and on my track to comment some BS just for clout. I don't respect that. Anybody that does something for clout or that's fake, I do not support. I'm sorry, I'm all about supporting other artists, but that's not the way to do it, you know? That's not. There's other ways to promote your music, but don't be an ass. Even on someone else's, even if it's someone else innocent, like they're just posting music, like don't be fake. There's other ways to promote your music without, just spamming people throughout the hot list saying, just check out my music, check out my music. Like, you didn't even listen to the fucking song.
Yeah.
Like, what does my chorus sound like, motherfucker?
Exactly. Like they just see a new song, they're like, oh yeah, perfect opportunity. It's another thing too is like that you have other ways to do that. Like you said, like you could find a different way. Like you could just, if you really want someone to check out your music, you just DM them or something, or comment something like genuine. Oh, he says motherfucker's not getting a lunch break. They just he's all damn. But like you could privately DM someone and be like, yo, if you could check out my music, that'd be great. I just want an opinion on it. Like a little critique, constructive criticism. But no, instead you think, oh, you know what's easier? Commenting on everybody's fucking song so that they can come to my page and I can, like, get views. That shit's corny, bro. Like, what are you doing? I get the method and I get why it works. I just don't respect it. Like, it's a stupid fucking method. Like, you mean to tell me that somebody really just fucking... Oh, that's you. I just realized all the people living in I was wondering what that music was. But, in fact, I think I have a... Let me buy this runs. Oh, right. It's in my garage. Another artist that does that too is Dollar Sign. And I know Mary posted for Dollar Sign in the past before, and there's a lot of people that work with him. I don't respect him. I feel it's like he has no soul. Like, he just fucking comments shit like, check out my latest song. And I remember he commented it like 3 times on my same song, so I kept deleting the comment. He would come back, post the comment again. What the fuck, bro? That motherfucker ain't doing shit. Just dancing, bitch. But he would come back and go out of his way to make sure that the comment stays on my page. And I just had to keep deleting it. It was to the point where I think, like, I said something on my Instagram story about it, and I don't know, word must have gotten to him, because I've never received a comment from him ever again, which is good. Because I'm just like, bro, he's respectfully, like, he's just a bot. Like, he's not human. I refuse to believe he's human. Like, genuinely, I refuse to believe he's human. And I don't mean to throw shade at him, but it's like, why are you doing that? Oh, I want people to check out my music, so I'm gonna be a comment bot. Bro, you're already popular on the app, right? But here's the thing, right? As much as I love to be like, oh, you're already popular on the app, I can't be delusional like that, because it doesn't matter how popular you are. The only way to get fucking views and people that actually listen to music is to be a bot. That's the sad part, and that's why we have so many fake people. The community of Voloco ruined itself. That's my problem with Voloco too. The community refuses to be genuine. The community refuses to take accountability or just be real. Alright, they all are fake. Everybody on Voloco is fake. Nobody wants to actually sit there and listen to music someone posts on Voloco. Nobody actually wants to sit there and listen to a playlist. Nobody actually wants to sit there, have a favorite artist that they like. No, everybody on the Voloco app is doing the same fucking thing. And it's just repetitive. It's just, oh, let me comment on this person's song so they can come to my page. Let me comment on this person's song so they can come to my page. Let me follow a bunch of people so that I can get follows back. Like, it's a sugarcoat city. It's fucking sugarcoat city. That's why BandLab is better. Because BandLab, you actually have to fucking work to get followers. You can't just post a track, comment on a bunch of people's shit, and then expect fucking gratuity in return. You try to do that shit on BandLab, you will get like 50 fucking teenagers going into your music page being like, yo, this shit is ass. They're not, like, Voloco, I originally remember Voloco being a genuine community. The hot list was deservative, it was actually full of good songs, and I remember people, like, actually fucking with these songs. Like, I remember listening to some bangers on Voloco. I don't find any bangers on fucking Voloco anymore, alright? It's hard to find that. Oh, appreciate it. But it's hard to find that, alright? It is so hard to find that. You don't really get a lot of good songs on Voloco anymore, especially on the hot list. You have to fish for it, alright? Back then, when I was on Voloco, when things were on the hot list, it's because the shit was good. And it was like a song you would hear on like BandLab or some shit. Alright, it was a good song. And yeah, you know, some people cheat and use other music software. I know I do. Like, I don't use Voloco, I use BandLab because Voloco sucks. Alright, Voloco's recording shit is ass. Alright, it's just dog shit. Alright, I hate to say it, but it is. It's dog shit. But my thing. Hold on. So I think I can just, yeah, I was about to say, can I just spawn my vehicle? Yeah, there we go. Ugh, I don't like this color. Just,
But it's funny, about the topic, like, where, you know, people, you know, just being straight up and saying, you know, like, hey, fire, can you check out my, you know, my recent track, blah, 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 blah. There's actually somebody, he's not as relevant, but, I think he only does it to a few people, unless I just I mean, obviously I don't really be on Voloco like that, but, he had commented exactly that. He put fire. Can you check out my recent track, please? But, obviously, respectfully, I'm gonna delete the comment because I'm sorry, I'm not supporting that. And there's, like I said, if you wanted to DM me personally, that would have been completely different. But it's the fact that you're not listening to my music, which is fine. I don't care if people don't or want, you know, to listen to my music. People don't, you know, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, it's okay. It's okay to have your own opinion, but it's just the fact that you're taking the time to just say some BS on my track, you know? But this guy commented, like I said, he commented fire, check out my recent track. So, I delete the comment, right? Tell me why 20 minutes later, he goes, why did you delete my comment? The thing that freaks me out too is I don't even think he follows me. So that means he
went out of his way.
He went out of his way to go back to the track. And maybe, I guess, to see if I responded back to it or something like that or something. But it's like, I mean, respectfully, what the fuck did you think I was gonna do? I'm not leaving that on my track. Like, and that's the thing, like, people are, you know, if people have their own opinion and are like, I was gonna ask if you can put the phone, like, right here or something, that way I can read it as well, too.
Yeah, my bad.
But, yeah, it just...
Also, I see what, real quick, I see what you're saying, Darius, but that's not what they do anymore, okay? It's not, like, keep your head up type of thing these days, man. It's just people being fake. Like, I see what you're saying, but I promise you, it's just people being fake. Like, I know it might come off as just, like, specifically me being negative or whatever, but I promise you, like, I've been on the app for so long, like, I could just tell when people are just being fake.
Right.
Alright, like, there's difference between, like, motivation and, like, nice words and just complete, like...
Just...
fakeness.
And like I said, the reason that you can tell these things as well is because the people will be freaking with it.
Yeah. They'll
do it to other people, and like I said, it's not necessarily that you even have to be nosy with it. You just see it because they make it. You just see it in other people's comments.
Yeah.
It's always the same thing, but I was gonna say something, but I don't remember exactly what I was gonna say. But like I said, you just see these things. So.
Yeah, you were talking about the person that went out of their way to like see
right.
the fact that you deleted a comment, and
like that's like.
I know you don't want to call out any names, but wasn't it Dalasan that did that?
It was just Sky.
Sky. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's why I said that they're not necessarily relevant. But and that's the thing, babe. Whenever they, and that goes to back what I was saying earlier, is people. I've noticed that there's a good amount of people that say things, but they only say it whenever they post a track themselves. So the same day that they post something, that's all of a sudden whenever they're in everyone's comments, because they want to make sure that their track goes to the hot list.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not like another day where they're just purposely, checking out people's music. They're doing it because they want views on their page.
Yeah. Yeah, like notice how fast people are to comment when they see a song that just got posted or like that just got on the hot list. They don't actually listen to the fucking song. Like 80% of the time, they're just commenting on it. It's like you check out their page because they probably just posted something too. Like you said earlier, like certain people who just do that because they just posted something, so they're just gonna spam like everybody who just liked something. I mean, I said that backwards. They're gonna spam like everybody who just posted something new on their feed or whatever, just so that they can get, so some idiot can just go to their page and be like, oh my god, this dude, this big rapper commented on my thing? Oh my god, man. I got to check out his music, dude, which, it's stupid, okay? Because let's be real, half of the time it doesn't even work. That's the funny part. Like, before, it used to work, but I feel like nowadays it doesn't really work that much anymore. When people are not oblivious like they used to be. But yeah, new people who are new to the app, they're gonna do it because they're gonna be like, oh, ooh, this big artist liked my song. Maybe I matter. You don't. You don't matter to them. They're just doing it for their own benefit.
Right.
It sucks because I was blind. I was fucking blind to that shit for a while, man. Like, I remember thinking the same thing. I remember thinking, like, oh my god, dude, this big artist liked my song. He's liked my song before. It's crazy. I think they genuinely fuck with my music, and I remember, like, reaching out to the big artists and being like, yeah, appreciate your support. And they don't even know who the fuck I am until I just DM them. They're like, oh shit, yeah, man, yeah, if you ever want to collab, let me know. It's like, sure, that'd be great. Oh my god, this is awesome. I like that. That's how they get you. They half the time they don't even know who the fuck you are until you DM them. Like, oh my god, you liked my past 40 tracks throughout the month. We should collab at some point. You're a real supporter, man. Like, they don't know you until now. It's like, oh shit, fuck. I gotta pretend I know who they are. That's half the reason why I know some of these artists, sadly. Like, they didn't actually, like... There's a couple artists I could definitely say are real supporters. Mayama, Finn Can't Rhyme, fucking Spilk, actually. Spilk Milk, or I used to say Spilk, MLK. I didn't really know that it meant milk. Like, I figured that's what it meant, but I didn't know it actually meant milk. But he was one of those people that actually commented on people's songs specifically with words, like how the song makes him feel, like what he likes about it, and he would politely be like, if you could check out this song I made, I recorded it on not BandLab, GarageBand or something. Like, he was genuine about it, you know? But, like, the fact that I can name specific people who are genuine versus people who aren't genuine is the fucked up part, and that really goes to show you how many fucking people are fake on the fucking app. It's stupid, and the sad part is they're not popular because their music's good. They're popular because they're thirsty for clout. It's just the truth.
I do want to say something on that topic. Obviously, shout out to I almost said hedonist because that's always how I thought it was, but Hedonist Beats. He's someone that is actually, he's a kind soul. He's a very He's a very chill person. He's been on the podcast with, Vamp and A Hunt. He's a sweet guy. One thing I do appreciate about him is that he's very, he's, what's the word? He's a real supporter. He actually takes, and I know that he takes the time start to finish with every track. So if I post something, or even if I see it on someone else's comments, you could definitely tell he actually took the time to listen to your track, because he'll leave a very detailed, comment. Basically referring to,
Yeah.
how it sounded and stuff like that, and, maybe what his favorite part was. That's one thing that I definitely respect about Hedonist, is that he's one of the top, people on the app. He's very popular, but he's someone that doesn't let ego, he doesn't, he's not ego high, or, he's just a guy that just posts tracks and supports others, but he's a real person.
Yeah.
He's not a bot, but yeah, and it's actually sad, now that I think about it, out of all the people that have, over, 3,000 followers, I think he's the only person that's a legit, supporter that I can think of right this second.
Yeah.
Oh my. Babe! What the fuck?
I just had to do it real quick. But no, yeah. He's one of the people amongst the many names that we could definitely say, actually support. Now, can I question some of his music taste? Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why, but he's this big Romancy fan. But at least he's honest about it, So, but she's right. He actually supports people. He's not fake about it. Someone who I know, though, a lot of people I know, but someone specifically that I know, I already said their name a few times earlier, but I'm not going to say it again just because just saying their name pisses me off that much. Also, do they bring the oof sound effect back? I just heard the oof. They haven't brought that back in ages. But anyways, there's one person that used to comment on my fucking songs all the time, and they would always talk about, how great my voice is for some reason. I don't know why, and at first I just brushed it off he's just, they're just being goofy. And then they just kept pushing it your singing voice is amazing. And I'm like, whatever. I'm alright, appreciate the, the kindness, I guess. It just seems like it's being kind. And then I just checked the fucking hot list, because it's not necessarily a list anymore. It's just on the feed now of
It's
the Voloco app.
I
don't like the layout. It looks stupid. They should just go back to the old layout. But
yeah.
I checked them out on a fucking killer karaoke song, basically saying the same fucking shit. And I'm just like, this dude.
So now it just doesn't feel genuine.
It doesn't feel genuine, but for two reasons. One, that specific person knew I did not fuck with that dude, and they even would talk shit about that dude with me. And I'm saying again, capital fucking B. It was the same shit he would say on my page. It wasn't new words or whatever. It was dude, your singing's immaculate, bro. I wish I could sing like this. And it's but I'm not sorry. First of all, it's no secret. Killer cannot sing. All right, let's get that out of the way. He cannot fucking sing. If that's what you call singing, that shit's ass. All right, that shit. I would rather get fucking raped by 10 gorillas than listen to whatever the fuck that is. Alright, that's not fucking music. Alright? That is not fucking music. That's dog shit at best. And that's a compliment, if that. Alright? Dog shit. Alright, but the fact that this specific dude was commenting on his songs too, saying the same shit he was saying on my songs, I'm just at first I was maybe they're just trying to fuck with me because he was pissed at me for making fun of his boyfriend, but and not necessarily making fun of his boyfriend, but I just made a comment and they got mad. But now it's just now I see them commenting it all the time on that person's posts now. Every time they post a song, I'm just oh hell no. Like, now I know you're just being fake, because there's no fucking way you actually like that. You talk shit about specific people behind their backs, but then you go in their comments like, oh yeah, this shit fire, bro. Like, this sings crazy. Bro, yeah, no Diddy. Yep, no Diddy on that for sure. But, yeah. Imagine the real industry, yo. Bro, even me, I wouldn't survive in the real fucking industry, bro. Like, the sad part is a lot of motherfuckers on the Voloco app will not survive in the actual industry. That's why they're staying on the Voloco app, because they like the lies. They like the bullshit. They enjoy the fucking bullshit that they get. The fake fans, the fake generosity, the fake support. They feed off of that like it's crack. They actually are so obsessed with that stuff that they are willing to stay on an underground app, make mediocre music, not step up their game at all, and stay on the app than to actually try and be something else. Now, don't take what I say out of context. Obviously, like I said earlier, there are people who just are on the Voloco app that just like making music on the Voloco app. That's fine. That's absolutely great. And if they build a following off of it, that's cool. You know, that's whatever, you know. But there's people who are so clout-driven and clout-thirsty, but they're so thirsty for Voloco clout specifically. Because you really think if they were obsessed with just clout in general, that they would just stay on an app like Voloco? You really think someone who takes music seriously and is so thirsty for clout that they would stick to one app? No, they would try and do it on every fucking platform. They would try and do it on BandLab. They try to do it on SoundCloud and etc. YouTube, whatever the fuck. But they don't, because they know their limits. They know their place. All right, that's the funny part. They know their place. They know they're not gonna be able to get away with half the fucking shit that they do on Voloco. Like, oh yeah, yo, check out my song, bro. Oh, your song is amazing. Check out mine. Again, if they did that shit on BandLab, they would fucking cry. Bro, BandLab motherfuckers are merciless. They do not fucking care. You could, like, make the best song ever, and you will get a fucking shit ton of hate. I've literally seen BandLab comments saying they want to kill themselves after listening to a song that somebody made. That kind of negativity isn't on Voloco, because everybody on Voloco is fake. I'm not saying there should be negativity. If anything, let's not add negativity to the app. I'm all against anti-negativity until it becomes a problem like it is now, where everyone's fake, alright? That's the most negativity we'll get. I'm not saying we should go to people's comments and shit talk their music. I'm just saying, like, can we stop being fake? Like, if you don't actually fuck with the song, if you don't actually fucking like the song, you shouldn't comment on some bullshit talking about some, oh yeah, this is good, like, this is great, keep it up, dog. Like, even, like, you know, encouragement is fine, alright? But when you just do it to everybody, it's kind of stupid. Like, you're not a fucking school gym teacher, alright? There's no reason for you to encourage random people you don't fucking know all the fucking time just so that they could click on your page. Alright? You can't do that on BandLab. You can't do that on SoundCloud. You can, but you won't get away with it. You try to do that, and you will get hate. There's people that are on BandLab that try doing that. They'll be like, yo, they'll fucking comment on, like, because BandLab has videos now, kind of like Instagram Reels. You can post, like, a video. So people promote their music by posting videos on BandLab app now. They'll fucking post a video of their song or whatever, and you'll see comments on those posts talking about, like, yo, check out my music. And then you go to that person's page, their music either good or bad, depending on how you feel about it, and it doesn't matter. The comments are full of haters. The comments are like, bro, don't ever promote your music, this shit's ass, alright? There's literally none of that on Voloco. Voloco is full of fucking sugar-coated people that are scared of anything, alright? It's full of fucking fake people. That's why I say I'm the only real motherfucker on the app, because I'm willing to just be straight up. I'm not the type of dude to, like, shit-talk your music unless it's actually shit, or if I just don't like you as a person, but I can at least admit to it. I can be like, I don't fuck with this person. They don't fuck with me. We don't get along. I don't fuck with this person. That person go fuck themselves. I'm real about that, you know. But like, I'm not gonna go on some random person's song and be like, dude, this shit's ass. Delete it. Like, I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking stupid. What am I getting out of that? Unless I have beef with the person, there's no reason for me to actually do that. All right. But just everyone on Voloco's fake because everybody on Voloco feeds off of the fake clout, the fake views, the fake everything. And yeah, sure, there's real people, but they're no better than bots or whatever. They're basically just fake people too. Because they're not actually going to sit there and listen to your song. No one is sitting in their car with the aux cord being like, yo, I'm going to listen to that new fucking thesis music, bro. Holy shit, he collabed with fucking Romantia? Yeah, this shit gonna go on blast in my fucking Toyota Corolla from 2003. This shit gonna go fire. I'm gonna fucking sweat my ass off and pour hot sauce all over my fucking balls and listen to this shit. Nobody's doing that. Nobody is doing that, bro. Listen, I sometimes just listen to playlists and shit on Voloco here and there. But I'm not actually fucking with the artists or whatever. Like, there's songs I like on Voloco, and I'm just like, I don't really know who this artist is, but I fuck with them. And I will click on their account sometimes and see if they have other music I like too. And if they do, I'll add it to the playlist. If I don't, then I won't. But I'll at least leave a like or whatever, you know? But no, there's no way your music's that good where all these people commenting on your stuff is actually listening to those songs. That's the thing that pisses me off. It's like, you know they're not, alright? And that's why you don't see me in the comment sections on Voloco that much, alright? That's why you don't see me ever. Because I'm not fake. I'm not going to sit there and like you. Well, I'll probably give you a like, but I'm not going to comment some bullshit like, yo, this is fire. Like, for perfect example, my you know, Jay the Stone and Big Stan. When we collab and shit, sometimes, like, well, I haven't collabed with Jay the Stone in a while. I did an open verse for him, but like I did a part of an open verse that he made, but you know, like that was fire though. I actually like that song a lot. Like it's called "Pray for an Answer." It's a really good song. We both killed it in my opinion. You know, it's just an open verse I hopped on, but shit was good. And same with Big Stan. I collabed with Big Stan a couple times. Papa Bean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like Papa Bean, but I'm not gonna sit there and lie to his face and be like, yo, this shit is so fucking good. I love it. No, I'm just like, hell yeah, bro. I'll hop on the track. You know, whatever. Like, if you ask me to collab, I don't really fuck with the song, but like, I could see myself being on it. I'll be like, yeah, you know, fuck it. Track. It's whatever, you know. But I'm not really fucking with the song. Like, I don't like Papa Bean. I don't know. I don't even like my verse, alright? It's not anything against Big Stan. I don't even fucking like my verse on the song. But I wanted to collab with him because he asked nicely, and I'm like, fuck it. I want to expand my repertoire, you know? I want to be able to be like, yeah, I collab with this guy. We made a song, we made a hit, whatever. You know? But sometimes they post songs, him and Jay the Stone post songs, and I don't really like it. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. I'm just like, eh. I'm not feeling this. And I see people in the comments like, yo, this shit is amazing. And it's like, it's not, alright? I'm not, there's songs I fucking make that aren't amazing at all. And I get the same comments too. This shit's so fucking good, bro. This is the best song ever. It's like, it's not. I made some hot fucking ass. Like, why are you guys lying to my fucking face, alright? Like, so, just so I put it out there because I don't want people being like, oh, you're talking shit about Jay the Stone. You're talking shit about Big Stan. No, man. If anything, I fuck with Big Stan and Jay the Stone heavy. Like, Jay the Stone, when he sings, when he sings like he did on Pray for an Answer, he does fucking great, alright? Jay the Stone has potential to be, like, a really good artist. It's when he does that, like, weird white people rap shit that I don't fucking like, alright? But that's just my opinion. I don't like when he raps like that. Like, unless it's like an Eminem type beat and he's doing the Eminem style, then yeah, it sounds pretty good. There's times where he actually sounds like Eminem, in my opinion. And I fuck with it. But you see what I mean? Like, I'm honest. I'm not sitting there lying. Like, every song he makes is so good. Oh my god. Every track he's ever released is fucking amazing. Oh my goodness. Keep it up, bro. This shit is so fire. You were spitting bars. You don't see me in the comments doing that. Because it's a lie. I don't fucking do that shit, alright? If I don't comment on your song, it's probably for many reasons. One, I was just not on the app. I wasn't on the app. I didn't see you posted a song. That's usually like 80% of the time what it is. Two, I saw you post the song, I saw you tag me in the comments, but I don't like the song, so I'm not really gonna give it a like, just because I don't really fuck with it. I don't, but sometimes I'll give it a like, because it's like, what, it's not gonna do anyone harm if I give them a like. Like, I'm showing support. You know, the most I'll do is probably just give it a like, but you won't see me comment on it. I'm not gonna comment on it if I don't like it. Sometimes, if I do comment, it's just to be nice. But I'm not gonna lie in the comment either. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this shit good, bro. No, I'll probably just be like, oh shit, I just saw you posted. You know, that's what's up. Fire emoji. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, this song's great. No. Half the time, it's not amazing. It's not great. Same with Big Stan. Big Stan makes a lot of music that I don't like. When he does like rock stuff, like when him and I made that rock track, it was good, bro. He did better than me. He kills it with the rock stuff, man. It's actually good. But some of his rap stuff, yeah, I find it a little corny. That's all. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he's corny. I just find the songs corny. But you don't see me amongst those fake people in the comments saying, "Yo, this shit tough, bro. Shit fire. This shit amazing." Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go to his comment section and be like, "Yo, this shit fucking fire, bro. Holy shit." Bro, you should suck Joe Biden off how fire this is. No. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. That's why you don't see me in the comments. And if you don't see me in the comments, it's not because I don't like your song. That's not always the case. To be honest, you never know. But if you tag me, for the most part, 80% of the time, because I don't always check my fucking tags either. Sometimes I don't get tagged. I don't get, like, tags all the time, but when I do, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's some hot ass. But like, if I get tagged, if you tag me in one of your songs and I don't like it or comment, I probably didn't see the tag, but if I like it and don't comment, I probably didn't like the song, but I'm just showing support, you know. I don't want to be fake, but I want to show support. I want to be that supportive guy. We need more people like that, though. I'm not saying we need more people like me specifically. I'm saying we need more people that are willing to support without being fake. You can comment on someone's song without lying to their face saying, oh yeah, this is a great song. You can just comment and be like, you know, love the consistency with the posts, bro. Keep it up. You don't have to lie. You don't have to tell that person I fuck with the song. You're not sitting in your car listening to that fucking song. You're not cooking fucking eggs Benedict in your kitchen listening to that song on a speaker. You're not adding it to your playlist to listen to later. You're not fucking going back to that song later on in the day being like, yo, this shit good. You're not. Maybe you liked it in the moment, and, you know, in that case, I'll just judge you for having weird music taste. But if you genuinely like the song, that's fine. I'm not saying people shouldn't like songs at all, even if they're ass. There's people that just like shitty music. I don't know. There's nothing we can do about that. If that's just an opinion to have, you know? It's like, oh, this person likes shit music. It's like, hey, fuck it. They like shit music, then at least they're honest about it. At least they're like, yeah, I actually like this song a lot. Like, I can name a couple artists that have shit music taste, respectfully, before I say it, respectfully, alright? I'm saying, capital RESPECTFULLY, all capitals, respectfully. But people, like Hedonist Beats is a really nice guy, and he actually supports people, but do I judge him for liking artists like Romancia? Yeah, a little bit. Just because I don't really get the hype of Romancia. I'm not saying she sucks. I'm saying I don't get the hype. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying she should quit music. She enjoys making music a lot. So it's like, fuck it. You know, it's people that like specific artists. That's why they have a fan base of some sort. But I feel like with her specifically, I don't really see the hype. I don't. I never did. But am I gonna bash her for that? No. Because at the end of the day, she enjoys what she does. But another artist that just kind of has weird taste in music, I'm not gonna lie, Silk Black, great artist, by the way. Silk Black is a really good artist, but he's, not gonna lie, he's, VA Real, he's a big fan of VA Real, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't see the hype behind VA Real's music either. It all just kind of sounds the same to me. I've worked with Be Real a couple times, not intentionally. Like, he's hopped on a song with somebody, and I apparently it was like a trio collab, and the person that would send me the song, it's happened twice now, and they'd be like, oh, by the way, Be Real's on the song, I hope that's cool. It's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind hopping after Be Real's verse or before, I don't really know. Like, I'm not picky with it. You know, but this, even during those songs, at first I didn't like them just because I didn't like the songs itself. Like, there's this artist named Jayway that I collabed with way back. Yeah, we made a song. I forget what it was called, but it was him, Be Real, and I. Hey, that song was ass. I didn't like.
Subliminal Thoughts or something.
Yeah, Subliminal Thoughts. That song was terrible, bro. My part sucked. Jayway's part was okay. Be Real used too much goddamn auto-tune on that damn song. It actually hurt my ears, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying his quality's ass, just in that song specifically, it was pretty bad. Like, Be Real, the one thing I could at least say about him is his quality on his music is not terrible. Alright, I don't hate the dude, I'm not a big fan of his music, that's all. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's people that don't like my music. There's people that don't like, fucking Mutant Flow's music, AY3's music. Like, you know, I'm like, I don't want people taking that to heart just because I'm not saying I hate him. I just don't like his music. I just don't like the stuff he makes. But on that song specifically, we all, in my opinion, just sucked butt. All of us did. And then another song he collabed with this kid named Knor or Knor. Kyn Nor. I don't know. It's a weird name. But I hopped on that song too. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really feeling the song. He did better than both me and Knor. Alright, I'll give him that. Just because I wasn't really feeling the song, I just wanted to collab with the kid because he was a kid and he was looking for people to collab with. And I was like, yeah, you know what, he's a little child. I'll collab with the kid, fuck. You know, I love supporting the youngsters who are trying to be the next artist. Fuck that kid, by the way, because it turned out that he's a cocky little runt who claims to be with Sony Records. So yeah, that kid can go fuck himself, respectfully. But you know, like, at the end of the day, like, the point where I'm getting at is, like, I don't hate the dude or the fact that he makes music. It's just not my cup of tea. But I don't see the hype either. You know, I really don't see the hype. I've tried listening to his music before. There's probably one song I liked by him and I think he collabed with, like, AY3 or something. I remember it being in one of my videos, one of my Voloco videos, so I remember it actually sounding decent. Like, it wasn't bad. I actually liked it. You know, so I'm not, like, oblivious to the fact that people will like his music. I just don't see the hype, per se, alright? Like, after a while, his music all just starts sounding the same, but that's with a lot of Voloco artists. All their music just ends up sounding the same. So it's not specifically with him, but I'm not gonna lie, just coming from a guy that I knew for a bit, and his favorite artist is someone I just don't see the hype about, yeah, it's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like, there's good artists. I mean, sometimes the artists themselves are better artists than the people they like, and I'm like, why? I mean, that's like if Drake... No, fuck that. Matter of fact, no. It's like if fucking... I don't know, that's like if Adele just randomly turned around and said, I really fucks with Ice Spice. Why the fuck do you fuck with Ice Spice? Like, what, you're fucking Adele, man. Like, what do you mean you fuck with Ice Spice? That's like if Whitney Houston turned around and was just like, you know what? That fucking Little Pump shit is really good. I fuck with Little Pump. Like, what do you mean? You make better music than them. What is wrong with you people, man? Like, shit. The fuck are you talking about? What are we doing? Where are our standards, man? Shit. So, in conclusion, at least coming from my end, because then I'm going to shut the fuck up after this, just because I'm just yapping away. But it just had to be said, you know. But at the end of the day, in conclusion, we need the fake fucking fan pages. You don't have fans, all right? Nobody has fans on Voloco. You may like someone's music, but you're not necessarily a fan. I don't fucking have fans, all right? Let me be real. The people that are close to me that like my music, they like my music. They're not fans, all right? There's a difference between fans and supporters. They're not sitting there fucking listening to your songs all the time or like considering you a big enough artist where they fuck with you that heavy. Except for, Mvripxsa, but her and I, but that's different, alright? Like, she just genuinely likes my music, alright? But, like, nobody necessarily has fans. You have supporters or people that just fuck with your music. You don't have fans that are willing to go pay out tickets or some shit to see you perform live. Like, I bet if they saw a fucking event tab on their Instagram feed with ads or some shit that said, oh, fucking, I don't know, I'm gonna come up with like a fake artist name, fucking Little Styrofoam or some shit is performing live. Yeah, that one fucking artist from Voloco with 5,000 followers. Yeah, come see it live. Come see him perform live. None of you motherfuckers are going to go. None of you. Literally none of you are going to go. You want to know why? Because you don't know their music. You're not actually sitting there listening to their music. Why the fuck would you go? You don't actually fuck with their music. You're just being supportive here and there. Or you're being fake, trying to farm comments and likes and follows, Nobody, even I wouldn't fucking go. The fuck? And the thing is, I'm not a Voloco artist. I don't claim to just be a Voloco artist, because I post on other plats. I post on Spotify, I post on YouTube, I post on SoundCloud, I post on BandLab. Hopefully there's other platforms I can reach out to and post there too, but yeah. Yeah, I know. Some people probably just viewing and viewing, but yeah. Listen, like, I post shit on other platforms. And I'm not necessarily a local artist, but I wouldn't be surprised if nobody came. Like, if I had an event where I'm performing live, I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't come to my fucking performance. I would probably have to do like an open mic with random people. Nobody from the Voloco app is actually gonna go out of their way to buy a ticket to see me perform. They're probably realistically thinking in their head, like, well, I mean, I know what the song sounds like. We could just look up the Voloco page. And, it's fine, because it's not like you're that big of an underground artist where you're, like, coming up, There's underground artists that are popular, which doesn't really make any fucking sense, but they just are. For some reason, they'll have, like, 200,000 followers on, like, fucking Instagram or some shit. And they have a fan base, Those type of people, it's like, yeah, that's cool. But there's no one like that on Voloco. And nobody is gonna go to any Voloco artists performing live. Nobody. Not even fucking James Patrick Flanagan himself would go. That's the problem. Like, nobody actually fucks with anybody that heavy. There's artists that I would personally see live performing, I guess. I don't know, like, if the fucking... It's kind of hard to really say. Like, I don't know. I'm not. Now that I think about it, no, I don't think there is anybody I'll fucking go see live. Oh, like if Spilk, Milk, and A Hunt were gonna perform their like trap rock tracks that they've been promoting live, but like the event was like underground artists and they were just happened to also perform, like it was like a almost like an open mic type of thing. I could see myself, like, taking a trip and going to see them, perform. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, of course I want to hear that fucking song live. That would be awesome. Would it sound as good as it is recorded? Probably not. Like, at the end of the day, we all probably sound like some hot butt off the fucking auto-tune, off the fucking mic. I mean, we all sound a little bit different. I'm not going to sit here and do, But I feel like I'd be like, hell yeah, I would love to see them perform live. That shit would be awesome. But there's no way you're gonna be like, oh my god, dude, fucking, I hate to say it, but, it's gonna sound mean. Alright, it's gonna sound mean, but it's like, it's just true, alright? I'm sorry. But, again, I'm not gonna say, because I feel like I'm poking fun at this point, and people are just gonna take it the wrong way. But, yeah, I don't know, I just don't want to say it, and then someone, like, fucking use it wrong. Because that's the thing with the local motherfuckers, too. They're all sensitive, and they can't understand the point. But, nobody's gonna view a big artist from Voloco live. No one's gonna want to go see them live. Unless they're that good, but if they're just another auto-tune motherfucker who makes mediocre music, nobody's gonna see that live. Respectfully, I'm not saying they don't deserve to perform live or nobody will see them at all. I'm just saying, like, all those people that are in the comments being fake, they're not gonna pay a ticket to go see them live. That's kind of like the point where I'm getting at. Nobody is going to do that because they're all fake. They're all like ungenuine people. Nobody actually gives a fuck about anyone on that app. It's like eat or be eaten. Either be a bot or be botted. You know, like that's basically it's a competition for who could be the most annoying on the fucking app. Who could be the most piece of shit person that just fucking yaps away in the comments section. Like it's a race. It's a competition. Nobody actually sits there and it's like, oh my god, this song's amazing, this song's great. Like nobody does that. All right. At the end of the day, the fan pages need to stop. Fuck the fan pages. The fan pages can go up your fucking ass. It's just you or your fucking no, not even your family members. It's just you pretending to be someone who started a fan page. If you're in charge of your own fan page, congratulations, you have no fucking fans. Alright? You have no fucking fans. Get over yourself. You're not hot shit. That goes for anyone that makes a fucking fan page. Nobody is fucking nobody fucks with you that heavy. Alright? Nobody. Unless, this is specifically for the local people, alright? The local people that do this shit. Nobody fucks with that heavy to make a fan page. We all know at the end of the day, it's fucking you behind the fan page. Alright? I mentioned the podcast before, that kid Jen, he's a kid, alright? He's a fucking kid. When I see him make a fan page, it's just kind of, I just view it as a joke because it's like, okay, he's just enjoying himself on the app, and he's got some followers, he's built up, you know, some place and shit, he worked with a couple people, wants to make himself a fan page, sure. Fuck, it's a little egotistical, it's like, yeah, but he's a kid, you know, he's a teenager, so he can, like, pass it as a joke, or, like, just something he does for fun. It's just like, he probably knows deep down inside he doesn't necessarily have, like, fans, but he's just excited because he's getting some recognition, alright? Grown adults, like, you, Killer Karaoke, need to just get off your fucking high horse, alright? Nobody fucks with these bad people. Nobody, and this goes for anyone else, nobody fucks with these bad people. We all know it's you behind the fan page. You're not fucking smart, and no, you're not fucking cool for threatening people or sending your friends to rag on people because you got exposed for being in charge of your own fan page. Alright, you're fucking grown ass. You people are grown. You people are like, some of y'all are in your fucking 30s. Time to act your fucking age, alright? How are there's people younger than these people that are more mature than them. That's fucking sad. There's teenagers on the goddamn app that are more mature than 30-year-old, 40-year-old people. Oh, I have a fan page, guys. No, the fuck you don't. Get off your own fucking dick, bro. Yeah, alright, get off your own fucking dick. This gotta stop, bro. And the fakeness and the shade, too. Like, everybody throwing shade at one another. Like, bro, just shut the fuck up, man. Like, there's just shut the fuck up. Yeah, go ahead. No, I'll keep the chat in so. But when I talk about shade, though, I mean, like, there's specific people who are willing to go out of the way to just, like, say something in the comment section, which is honestly one of the reasons why I had beef with a couple people, like Killer, alright? Killer doesn't know how to run his fucking mouth without being a little fucking cocky Italian fuck. Motherfucker thinks he's the whole Domino's pizza, alright? You're not hot shit. But I remember this dude fucking, damn, the fan is like hitting the mic like crazy shit. I can hear it, bro. Shit's retarded. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna just move the fan real quick. Damn. It's hitting. There we go. It's a little better. A little bit better. Oh, yeah. But people like Killer can't keep their fucking mouth shut, alright? Like, first of all, he fucking cries like a bitch if somebody has an opinion about him. He also, like, doesn't know how to shut his fucking mouth because he was literally on singer-rapper DeHor's page one time just talking mad fucking shit about me and Mvripxsa for no reason. We didn't even know who the fuck he was. That's the funny part. He was just like, yeah, I don't fuck with those other artists because, like, talking about us because we all made a song together. I don't fuck with those other artists because they don't support me back. Aw, boo-hoo, we don't support you back? Aw. So now you hate us because we don't know who the fuck you are? Aw, boo-hoo, poor baby. Like, alright, like, shut the fuck up. Like, oh, they don't show support back, so I hate them. That makes no fucking sense. I can't just go and fucking hate people because they don't support me back. That is fucking stupid. There's people I'm cool with that I talk to all the fucking time that don't support my music at all. My fucking friends from high school don't even support my goddamn music. Alright? And that's fine. I don't expect them to, alright? And we need to lower these fucking expectations where just because you support people, you expect them to support you back. Well, like, they don't even know you, bro. They don't know you. I didn't even know that motherfucker existed until he talked shit. That's the funny part. I literally did not know who the fuck he was until he started talking shit. But he opens his mouth and thinks he could hide behind a fucking bald guy with a beard and another bald guy with a shitty fucking 5 o'clock shadow. Like, bro talks the most shit and then hides behind adults that are, like, around his age because he's too scared to take the heat. He wants to light the fire, but he can't take the fucking heat. He's a little bitch that fucking hides and complains all the time. But like people that I have beef with, I don't even go out of my way to be as toxic. All right, I don't even go out of my way. There's another artist I don't fuck with, Loverboy.me. That dude's toxic as hell, bro. That motherfucker just wanted to start shit for no reason with me. And I remember his fans, and for some reason that motherfucker actually had fans. Alright? That dude was just straight up toxic for no reason. That dude literally got mad because I didn't like one of the songs he made, and I posted it. It ended up on, like, one of my Voloco videos of, like, rating songs or whatever, like, from the featured list or the hot list or whatever. It was one of those videos. And I just remember just, like, I remember saying, like, yeah, this ain't it. And it wasn't. And I told him, like, hey, it's no hate. It's just criticism. Like, I'm not saying you should stop making music with it. They're talking about the whole, like, situation. But at the end of the day, after I posted that video explaining the whole situation, because, like, his fans were ragging on me for no fucking reason. They didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Like, it was a big issue where it was affecting, like, my actual fucking life on Voloco, like, from posting music and shit. It was that bad because he just, like, ran his mouth, and then people just assume. You know, that's the problem. You people want to run your mouth and assume. But then, when you get confronted for you actually being a piece of shit, you want to cry about it. Like, that's not how it fucking works. Now, do I still hate Loverboy? Not necessarily. Like, I don't really give a fuck about him. Do I think he's a little baby about shit sometimes? Yeah, he is. Respectfully. But I don't fucking hate the dude. I never really did hate the dude. He just hates me. But another thing, too, is motherfucker tried threatening me as well. Like, that's how toxic these people on Voloco get. Like, I don't know why, but it's always the respectfully, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. It's always, for me at least, I'm not saying for other people, but it's always the white people that fucking hate me for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like I piss off, like, angry, narcissistic white people a lot. I don't know why. But that dude, basically, he was just mad because I had an opinion about his song. And, yo, what's up, Finn? I had an opinion about his song. I didn't like the song. He got mad. And I said, you know, the singing thing ain't really for you. I feel you should stick with the rapping thing. I even commented on one of the dude's oldest songs. And I was just like, yo, this shit good. Like, you should stick with this, man. It's nice. Like, I tried showing the dude support. I tried showing the dude love. And he hated me for it. And then this random fucking artist, I don't even know if he's still on the app. I don't see him anymore. But RM Official Music, that dude, oh my god, that dude was like a big Loverboy dick rider. But it was funny because after he watched my video about the whole situation, after literally fucking ragging on me and trolling me in comments because he just assumed I was picking problems with a rapper he liked, he even emailed me a whole fucking apology. RM, not Loverboy. Loverboy's too fucking cocky to apologize, but, you know. RM fucking wrote me a whole paragraph of an apology, and then was like, oh yeah, I don't even fuck with that dude's music like that. He just comments on my stuff sometimes. I'm just like, oh, so you pretending to be, like, bro, people were starting to be fake from the get-go, man. Shit. You were pretending to fucking know what the fuck happened, and then you were pretending to be a fan, too? Like, that shit's crazy. But nah, Loverboy, though, that dude, fuck. That dude just had it out for me just because I had a fucking opinion. Why do you care so much about my opinion, man? But like I said, I don't even have a problem with it no more. I'm just bringing up an example. And that's one of the prime examples. That's one of, like, the biggest beefs to ever date was me and Loverboy. Like, everybody fucking knew about it, man. Shit was retarded. I didn't even show him hate. That's the funny part. Bro was just negative and cocky. Like, a lot of these motherfuckers are just negative and cocky all the time. Yo, Mvripxsa is in the bathroom at the moment. Yeah, the beef was wild. Man, that dude, like, I remember him being like, yo, take the video down or else. I even asked him, like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Is that a threat? And he was like, nope. And he called me weird. He's like, why is everything violent with you? I'm like, you're saying or else. Like, you're gonna do me something. Like, of course I'm gonna assume that's a fucking threat. Like, you talking big, you know? Like, that shit made no sense. But yeah, I don't hate the dude anymore. Like, I just had beef with him because he was, like, trying to be tough and talk shit, you know? But the fucking Killer Karaoke situation was just stupid because it's like he wanted beef. It's like, oh, fuck these people. At least this random person shows support back. And then when we call him out on it, like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? And he's like, hey, don't be talking shit behind me, bro. I know who you are. Fuck you, bro. And then it's like, but then when we do it back, when we're like, oh, we could talk so much shit about you. You want to talk shit about us? We'll talk shit about you. He wants to cry to a bunch of white bald men. The fuck? What are they gonna do? Honestly, what are they gonna do other than sugarcoat your baby ass? Alright? And speaking of fucking bald white dudes, Michael can go fuck himself. Alright? That dude is a fucking dick rider when it comes to shitty music. Bro fucking protects everybody except, like, genuine people. Like, Michael is literally the type of dude to just... He's... You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of that one teacher from, like, fucking elementary school that always defended the bully that was beating the shit out of, like, the nerdy kid or the innocent kid. And then would fucking put the nerdy, innocent kid getting fucking beat the shit out of by the bully or fucking spitballed in the back of the class in detention. That's Michael for you, bro. That dude literally sees issues and he's like, nah, I gotta defend the person causing the issues. Like, Michael is a fucking piece of shit. And it's funny because even to this day, I run in that dude's mind. I literally am in the back of his fucking head. He can't stop thinking about me because I called him out on so much shit on my Instagram. Like, I tagged them and everything. I didn't give a fuck. I wanted everybody to know how much of a fucking... Shout out to LGBTQ, by the way, before I say this. But I wanted everybody to know how much of a fucking faggot he was, alright? And the reason why I say faggot is not because I'm referring to gay people. I'm referring to, like, just an actual stupid piece of shit. Alright, that's what that word means to me. Yeah, it's nothing to do with gay people. I have gay friends, don't worry. I'm cool with them. They even say faggot too. It's okay, but, you know, big boy words, so if you're uncomfortable with it, log off the stream, you know, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, but yeah. That dude was a mega fag, alright? That dude was actually a genuine piece of shit. I literally emailed the dude, I was like, yo, this fucking killer dude's literally causing issues on social media and your fucking app. You want to fucking ban and fucking prevent me from saying anything? Like, that's crazy. And you know what his defense was? Oh, well, there's better ways of going about it. No, there isn't. So when he does it, there's no better ways to go around it. It's like brushed off to the side like nothing happened. But when I do it back because he's being petty and he's fucking causing issues, then it's me who should shut up. Like, bro, Michael's a fucking... Also, why is Michael... Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the dude's also bald. Why is he trying to look like James Patrick Flanagan? Are they husband and husband, bro? Like, that dude is like a heavy dick rider. Also, his favorite sport to watch is fencing. Little fucking coincidental, don't you think, considering James fucking Patrick Flanagan fences. Oh my god, it's like he wants to be inside of him. Probably takes it up the fucking ass, like that fucking Voloco peepee, bro. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, probably every fucking meeting they have, they're probably having a fucking orgy in there. It's like, oh, get the BTHFL group in here. We need to have the fucking freak off. It's like the Diddy games. They're having the Diddy games, but James Patrick Flanagan is P. Diddy in this fucking scenario. Any money bet that's what the fuck they're doing. They got fucking the whole BTHFL group, all the fucking popular artists that clout grab on Voloco. They're all fucking dicking each other down in the goddamn office. The goddamn meeting table. Straight booty cheeks flapping out. Tongue straight into the chocolate starfish and everything. Any money bet, no lube, no nothing. They're raw dogging it too. They're bald. They don't need fucking lube or anything. They probably just use their bald sweat. Just put it on the... Probably flap their booty cheeks so hard in the hot summer heat to the point where it creates natural lube and then they just get it on. Alright? Those motherfuckers are just fucking weird, man. Michael's a fucking weirdo. Alright? I'm cool with people idolizing people. If that dude idolizes his own boss, that's a little fucking weird, don't you think? A little fucking odd. He wants to fucking idolize his boss. Oh my god, I love you. My boss does fencing. I love fencing. Oh my god. He's bald? I want to be bald. I have a beard. I could be like him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Do you not get attention from your family? Does your mom... You were birthed from a mother. Your mother raised you. Have some self-fucking respect. I feel bad for your mom. You grew up to be some fucking weird boy-loving cuck for your boss. I'm all for gay rights and stuff, but that's just weirder than being gay. I've seen gay stuff straighter than that. Imagine fucking idolizing your boss to the point where you want to look and like the things he does. That's fucking weird, man. Bro, does he just want a promotion? Is he like, what the fuck? Dig down on the hot list for real, dude. Shit. That's probably code word for fucking bald men orgy. Now, you know what's weird? Every fucking bald guy with a beard that I see, I only think of two things. James Patrick Flanagan and Andrew Tate. It's a fucking issue, dude. We need to donate some fucking wigs, man. Bro, that, honestly, I hate Michael more than I hate Killer. That's the funny thing. Michael's a little fucking cuck. And I remember being like, oh, well, if you're not going to do your job right, like, I'm just going to report it to the actual CEO. And Michael was like, he was like sassy with me on email. He was like, oh, I already informed the CEO. So that won't be necessary. What the fuck are you going to do? Stop me from fucking contacting someone that'll actually do their fucking job? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, it's like he sits on James's lap with a thong. Booty out, dick fucking sweaty, bro. That dude is literally his fucking lapdog, man. I would not be surprised if they were like dating. Genuinely, if they came out as gay and they actually had a thing for each other, I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. I'm calling it now. I'm foreshadowing an event. I swear, I'm foreshadowing a fucking event. If that actually comes to light, and it turns out that they're gay for each other, or at least Michael's actually gay for him, which it's already confirmed for the way he fucking acts, but, you know, if it comes to light, I want this video to be a reference. I want this VOD to be me as a fucking fish delivering goddamn virtual pizza to be a fucking memory unlocked for these people when they find out that it came to light. Like, holy shit, some random dude streaming work at a pizza place fucking called it. They were dating the entire time. They're having gay fucking Voloco sex at the HQ. I mean, that would explain why specific people visit there a lot. They're probably like, I'm bald and white too. I want to go there. Like, fuck. I wonder if that's why fucking... I want to say their names, but it's going to come out to light, and yeah. I'm going to have to deal with a lot of crybabies. It's not because I'm scared to say it. It's because I have more important shit in my life going on right now than to deal with like some internet bullshit. But yeah, this is probably why people visit Voloco HQ a lot. There's probably gay fucking sex over there that they get to do for free. It's Pride Month. Go wild, bro. But damn, it just explains a lot. Like I'm cool with gay rights, man. And fuck yeah, if you're gay, you're happy with yourself, that's what's up. But that would just explain everything. You know what I mean? Like if that's why they were going, if that's what's going on at Voloco HQ. I'm not surprised. That's where my point is getting at. I would not be surprised. Getting fucking butt booty naked for a fencing player that can't run a music app. Why the fuck does that dude even run a music app, matter of fact? James Patrick Flanagan has no musical history. He's just some dude who fences that's like, yo, it would be cool to make like BandLab, but shittier. I want to make a fucking app that sucks ass. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm gonna fence on the weekends, just make a shitty fucking app. I'm gonna make the... I'm gonna call it Voloco. I'm gonna put a Spanish word behind the word VO for like vocalizer. So it's like a vocalizer crazy. Oh yeah, dude. Because that'll like, I feel like he just like, he just gives me like the vibe of like a retired grandfather from like a retired rich grandfather that just wanted to like run a restaurant for no fucking reason. Like he just wanted to buy and own a restaurant just because he can. Like that's the kind of energy James Patrick Flanagan gives me. He knows absolutely fucking nothing about music. He just wanted to make an app so that he can get people to go bad shit crazy on the app. Just so he could say, yeah, I did that. I made an app. It's popular. There's people that use my app. Isn't that cool, guys? Yeah, very crazy vocalizer. Voloco. Oh my god. So fucking fuego, dude. Holy shit. I'm gonna eat Takis and listen to these shitty fucking Voloco songs. Never mind. I have a fencing lesson. I'm gonna go do that. I bet you he's not even on the app. Like, it's funny because I remember tuning into a live stream with James Patrick Flanagan. He was live streaming with BeatStars on Instagram. And he said himself that he makes music on the Voloco app, and I remember checking out one of his songs on the Voloco app, and it was so bad. I'm like, how the fuck do you make a fucking app? But A, you have like no fucking followers on the app. B, you don't know how to make a fucking song for the life of you. And C, you run a music app. He sucks, man. He sucks at making music too. He sucks at doing his job. He sucks at not being fake. And the only thing he's good at so far is inspiring random fucking guys to be bald and have a beard. It's like the homosexual Andrew Tate. But instead of calling women fucking objects and eating steak off of a cutting board, he's having butt booty naked gay sex. That's probably what he's doing. He's probably like, yep, raise my child, go to a fencing lesson, don't shower, go straight to the HQ room, and just get it on. Probably smells like fucking powdered donuts. Probably walk in the fucking HQ and it smells like bug ass. Hi, welcome to the Voloco HQ. Oh, don't mind the drippage down my wiener. We were just going on some crazy slobbering time earlier. Oh, what's my favorite genre of music? I like ballet music. I don't know if that counts. Oh, my idol is my boss. Yeah, he literally gave it to me earlier. I spreaded my ass open just to let him have it. I love fencing. That's my favorite sport to watch. And my favorite player, his name is James Patrick Flanagan. Oh my god, yes. I have a beard just like he did. Because for some reason, James Patrick Flanagan's profile picture is him with a beard when he just looks like a fucking bald vagina. Bro looks like a white chocolate milk dud. But no, let me keep... Instead of growing my beard, let me just be a fucking... Let me just look like a newborn baby with a 5 o'clock shadow. And just keep my profile picture when I had a beard. Instead of just growing a beard. I like this picture so much, I don't want to grow a beard again. Like, a fucking newborn baby with a 5 o'clock shadow straight out of vagina runs a music app. Just boggles my mind. It's like, wow, we have no standards. We just let some dude, like, bro, he's the type of dude to make an off-brand, like, rip-off of a movie just to make some money. That's probably what he was doing with Voloco, but then he fucking saw a bunch of random people were actually liking the app and were like, oh shit, yo, I could sound like Lil Wayne in Trey songs, but like terrible. This is cool. And then he's probably like, fuck it, it's successful, I'm gonna stick with it. That's probably what happened. It was probably supposed to be a side gig and it turned into an actual fucking business. The fact that there's an actual headquarters for the goddamn app, I mean, come on, let's be real. There's no fucking way that dude wanted to do a long-term fucking thing with Voloco. That's probably why the app is dog shit right now, okay? There's no way he takes Voloco that seriously. If they did take Voloco that seriously, why the fuck are they all constantly asking people for advice to make their app better? You made an app, and you need advice on how to make it better. You need people who use the app to tell you how to run it? Makes no fucking sense. See, it's one thing if you're like, oh, we need more features. What could we add? We need everything. What can we add? Like, what the fuck are they? They're stupid. Everyone at Voloco HQ is a fucking dumbass. All right, literally every single one. They should just stick with their fencing, their ballerina music. Going out for cheap, shitty drinks at a fucking millennial bar and just go home and go fuck themselves. That's what they should do. And leave it to the professionals. Who they really need to do is hire people who understand music to run the app better than people who don't know music. Also, funny enough, why is Voloco full of white people? I'm not saying anything racist here before I continue with my sentence, but specifically full of white people who don't make music. We have a guy that fences and a guy that likes ballet and taking it up the ass. Why are those people running our fucking app? Why are those people in charge? There is not a single person that runs Voloco HQ that knows what the fuck they're doing. It's just fucking weird. It's not like white people who make music where it's like, oh yeah, you know, I have experience with like techno, dubstep, hip-hop. No, it's just, yeah, I have very feminine hobbies and rich guy hobbies. I just felt like making a music app for the fuck of it, because why not? Just do that. Like, that's literally who runs Voloco. It's ran by fucking morons. Alright, because if it was ran by people who actually knew what the fuck they were doing, the app wouldn't suck, and the quality would probably be better. Maybe not as good as BandLab, but it'd be a little bit better. Fucking Soundtrap sounds better than fucking Voloco, for God's sake. I have not heard anyone use Soundtrap in ages, since, like, COVID. But fucking Soundtrap is better than Voloco. But people are gonna use Voloco first, because they're gonna be like, oh, this is quick, easy access music making. I can make a whole EP in 2 hours. It's gonna sound like ass, and it's gonna be loaded with auto-tune, but at least it'll be done. And then I'm gonna make a song every day, flood my page with so much music that people are gonna get tired of my music. And yeah, that's the beauty of Voloco. That's literally Voloco. Why do you think I don't post on the fucking app so much? I don't want to make so much music that nobody likes what I make. I want to be able to make music and people be like, damn, I can't wait for the next drop. I wonder what he's going to make next. Not, oh yeah, he's going to make another song tomorrow. Yay. Like, no! What the fuck? Like, Voloco is ran by idiots, man. Shout out to LG barbecue motherfuckers this month, by the way. You know, y'all lovely. I ain't making fun of gay people, by the way. I'm just calling people who are fucking stupid, like, very, very so much queer. And in that case, it is not homophobic. I'm just saying they're a little bit frisky and fruity for each other, which is fine. But it's not necessarily true, which is what makes it funny and stupid at the same time. Or it is true. Maybe it is true. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Michael has the Hotspur's own boss. I'm calling it right now. And I know there's probably going to be someone like, I think they're brothers. That doesn't make it any better. That literally doesn't make it any better. they still probably fuck each other. I do not care. You could tell me that it's his father, and I will still believe they fuck each other. Well, anyways, thank you guys for coming to my pep talk. I'm gonna let Mvripxsa discuss some things that she wants to get off her chest. I think I've said more than enough. And I'm not even drunk. I'm tired. That's the funny thing. This is just me being me. I'm not even drunk. I'm sober. I'm also dehydrated.
Trying to think of what comes to mind.
Other than homosexual involvement taking up the ass. That's an important thing in itself.
I guess one thing that, like, obviously goes with, like, the people with, like, high egos, just because you get featured once does not mean that you are the greatest thing of all time. And I'm not saying that people can't be happy with their success. Obviously, I'm all for it. But I feel like people start to get very cocky. So I'm just gonna say it because it's said and done now. But I did work with somebody named JC Boy 925 something like that. AKA you might know him as JC2BZ. I believe I met him whenever he had about 84, 85 followers. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, like he wasn't terrible. He had a certain vibe. I mean, I will say a lot of his songs sounded the same, but that's just, you know, I guess that's just what fits him. You know, I guess that's what he felt more comfortable with. One thing obviously that I like about people is versatility. So if you're versatile, and your music doesn't sound the same, I fuck with you. But the thing is, he hit me up and he sent me. I think it started off with one track. I got on it. You know, it was cool. He liked it. And then over time, you know, he would send me like about 3 to 5 tracks every time he would talk to me. But hey, you know, hop on this track, whatever. But over time, it got really repetitive, and I'm not, what's it called? Like I didn't mind it, but I don't know. I just, over time, I don't know. It's kind of like I just, like, lost the spark with working with him, if that makes sense. Because again, respectfully, all his stuff sounded the same. He would use the same kind of beats, and like I said, that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea, and it's kind of hard for me to catch a vibe when all your music sounds the same. So after a while, it wasn't fun, I guess, and you know, I'm not gonna say I half-assed the tracks. That's not what it was, because you know, at the end of the day, I still want my music to sound good, whether you know I wanted to do it or not. But I'd say during this time, I do charge for collabs $5 for a new artist. But I should have charged him. I should have, because he was sending me multiple tracks at a time. Even whenever I'd be busy, I would still try to fit it in within like a couple weeks or within a week. Matter. But so not too long ago, I guess it's been a couple months now. But at one point, like I said, it just kind of, the spark kind of died between me feeling the vibe, I guess. And I just straight up told him, one thing I don't do is sugarcoat. I'm just straight up, if I have an opinion about something, I'm gonna say it. But everything that I say, people who know me well know that I don't have any bad intent behind anything that I say, even if it does come off rude. I'm just a very honest person. If anything, at the end of the day, I do want to help people because I was at the point where, I got help, and, there's nothing wrong with taking advice from somebody. It's good to have other people's opinions, you know, and you don't have to feel like you have to take it, but it's just ideas. It's just suggestions. But I had told this dude, I think it was like one night, I was like, hey, I wish I had I want to see if I can pull up the message in particular. I'm not gonna lie, I just got annoyed, and I deleted our whole chat, but, I didn't want to look at it or see it just because it pissed me off that much, but I will get to that if you guys are, familiar with the whole drama and stuff like that. It stopped working. But, trying to find it. I guess before I say it, whenever I do find it, I do just want to say that, hold on. The manager wants me back to work in this game. So I'm just gonna leave the building.
Also, JC2PZ is not Mexican. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Mexicans grow up with discipline. That motherfucker got no fucking humility or discipline. I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker's Dominican at best. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Motherfucker's not. As a Mexican myself, I do not fucking claim his ass. He is not Mexican. Fuck that dude. Alright? I don't give a fuck. Bro is not Mexican. Don't care. Do not care. You can give me his birth certificate that claims otherwise. I do not care. He's not Mexican. I'm gaslighting myself into believing he's not Mexican. I'm gaslighting all y'all into believing he's not Mexican. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. That dude could suck a dick. I do not care. He's not Mexican. Real Mexicans grow up with discipline. Motherfucker got none.
So I did find the message, what I sent him. But basically, before I read this, I do want to say, so after the collabing started getting more frequent, I think there's a track that, first of all, I just want to say, I'm going to say this now because it still pisses me off, but I never once sent him a track for him to get on just because, like I said, respectfully, I don't know. His stuff sounds the same. Not saying that he's a bad artist, it just gets repetitive. But anyway, there was a song called Hold On Me that it actually got featured on my page. And, obviously he got a bunch of love, and, obviously I'm sure he got clout from it. Good for him. Like I said, and sometimes I go to the new list, and I'll actually find some really good artists. For example, I don't think anybody really knows this guy just because his views are usually like 3 to 5. But his name is Robloco. He's pretty good. He's kind of like an R&B / like light hip hop kind of artist. He's pretty good. He's underrated in my opinion. He's got great potential. I started working with him recently. Well, it's been kind of recently, but we had a song drop, I think, almost a couple months ago. But we have another one on the way that's going to be dropping either next week or later this week. But, anyway, obviously after that track got featured, it was a good feeling. He didn't even know what a featured thing was, Jason Peasy. He didn't, I don't think he understood what it was, so I explained it to him. He's like, oh, okay, that's what's up, just like that. And, obviously we collabed more, and then, he wanted to make an EP together. And, I was like, okay, we can do that, that's fine. So we made an EP, and this EP I would say it did pretty well. I think it got like maybe 300 to 500 views per track. And Voloco actually featured the EP playlist, so it got tons more plays, more recognition. So it was a great feeling. And over time, I think one of our songs got like 25,000 views, and it wasn't even featured yet. But it's because people were, tapping on the playlist and playing the first song, obviously. So that first track that we had, that was on the top of the EP playlist, um, you know, got more of the views. But I know it sounds crazy, but I think it got 25,000 views whenever it got featured. But Voloco finally featured it, because it did really well. But, so after that, it was a nice feeling. Obviously he was chill, he was, excited too. But, anyway, yeah, so that happened. And then obviously, after the EP, he wanted to get his cousin to work with me as well. So, he had his cousin message me, and his cousin sent me a track. And I got on that too. And a little while after, this is whenever I send the message. I go, from artist to artist, I want to see you grow for real. And I've noticed you have been doing good view-wise and stuff, and reaching out to other artists for collabs will definitely help too. But like on some real shit, you definitely got a chill vibe in your music, and I feel like it would be cool for you to expand and try to be more versatile. Basically, me hinting in a respectful way that it would be nice to see him do something different, something out of his comfort zone, because and it's not just with him in particular, I think it's nice to see just in general. I mean, there's a bunch of artists that switch genres, or it's cool, because you have a variety for other people to listen to. If they don't like one genre that you do, then maybe they'll like another. Kind of like how you said, like with Jay the Stone, that you like his singing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it would be, cool to hear some other stuff from an artist that has potential. But, so anyway, I say that, and I put, like, you gotta put some crazy hype shit and try different flows, because respectfully, he has the same flow. That's also what makes his music a little boring and repetitive. So, that's a big thing in your music. You don't want to have the same flow. You want to switch it up. Me, I personally, I like to do different flows. Like, I'll try to do 2 to 3 flows per song. I'll kind of do like a slow singing, and then I'll kind of like speed it up and then slow it more, or I'll just rap. But I do that to prevent it from sounding like the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I want to make sure there's a like hype to it, and like, it's different. I want to make my music sound different. I don't want it to sound the same where people aren't going to listen to it. And plus, it's fun. It's fun for, me to have fun with my music. And obviously, it shows that I put effort into it and I actually thought about the track. And I work very hard on my tracks. Sometimes, whenever I'm recording, I don't like the way it sounds. I get pissed off, I storm off, and then I'll work on it another day, and it comes out good. It's not easy. It's not. And I know that there's other people that can relate to that too. But, again, obviously a flow change in your songs is it's very important, or it's going to sound the same. It's not going to be special like you might think it is. And obviously I know that's something that wasn't his comfort zone. He even said it himself. I mean, and one thing that I did notice, that he uses the same lyrics every song. And it's funny because even the songs that he sent me for our EP, it was the same lyrics that he's made in previous what's it called? Like in previous tracks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like whenever you listen to his stuff frequently. Not that I really did. It's just because I made a lot of music with him. It's funny because you'll know what he'll say next, because he says the same lines. And I've actually asked him about that. I was like, you say the same lyrics a lot. And he goes, I don't remember what he said. He said something, but he admitted it himself. But anyway, I'm going to get back to reading this message. So I basically said, you got to put some hype into it. I was like, you can't do the same. It's the same mumble shit. But I promise you'll feel good about trying something different, even if it's out of your comfort zone. And I put a fire emoji, a lightning bolt, and then the thank you, prayer hands. He goes, what do you mean? Just what you mean? And I put, like, I'm saying that you should try different flows and expand versatility. I'm trying to see if I can find the other parts. But basically, I think he had sent me a voice message. And he goes, basically he was saying the line, God, I can't even talk. Along the lines of basically saying that I was rude for offering a suggestion because his music was doing well. That was his excuse for not taking my advice, or he didn't like the idea because I guess he saw it as like, why is she telling me to change it up whenever my music's doing well? I could see that, but you can still take advice, or you don't have to take it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm being negative. Now, it's one thing if I just said, hey, bro, like, your music sounds the same, it's garbage, you know, you should probably change it up, like, you know, homie to homie. Even if I said like that would have been fucking rude. But I literally was not rude at all. I said in the most respectful manner that I could, to where it gets my point across. And I mean, I don't understand why he has to say what you mean. I mean, it's pretty pretty clear. It's in perfect English. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I put some mixed bullshit in there. But anyway, he basically said I was being rude and that I shouldn't have said that because he goes, I know my music and my music's doing well. So I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, why are you getting defensive? I was like, it was just a suggestion. Like, I didn't say that to him, obviously, but in my head, I'm like, what? I was like, you know, like, what? But, so I'm just like, that's not what I was going, you know, with that, you know, but he just did not like it. He did not take it well. And so, I basically tried to explain to him, I was like, no. I was like, it's not what you think. I was like, it's nice. Like, I'm giving you, like, advice, friend to friend, artist to artist, you know. Like, it's just something that you should consider. I didn't say he has to do it or that his music shit. I never said anything like that. Otherwise, that would be rude. But I didn't do anything wrong. And so, he started saying some ugly bullshit. He said, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have gotten X amount of views, or you wouldn't be doing so well. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, how? So obviously, whenever he said that, I'm like, whoa. So it went from me giving you some friendly advice to you being ugly to me. So, like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what is going through his head? I'm not even being negative. But he was like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have gotten those featured. I'm like, well, to be fair, those are your songs. I said, I know those are your songs, but, and here's the thing, I am a very humble person. I don't even rub my clout or anything in anyone's faces. I don't do anything like that. I'm not, like, what's it called? I'm not a dick rider of Voloco. Like I said, I barely get on the app. I'm barely on the app. I don't give a shit if I get featured. I make music for fun, but I also put my music on platforms because it would be nice to actually make a career out of it. So I do take my music serious to an extent. It's for fun, but I would also like to see a career and see what happens in the future. But I'm not in no rush. I know it's going to take time, but it would be nice to, you know, make it a career and me become successful with it. But I'm not like where it's like my ego's high and I'm talking shit about my clout or anything like that. I don't think like that. I'm not a negative person at all. And people who know me know I don't have any bad intent. I'm just a very honest person, but it's with respect.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm being disrespectful. But anyway, he's saying all this stuff if it wasn't for him. And I'm just like, he goes, you know, those are my songs. I'm just like, I never said that they weren't your songs. And he was like, you can keep them on your page. I'm like, where is he going with this? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, he's like, saying something like, if he wanted to, he would make me take them down or something like that. I'm like, well, I mean, I can, but I don't really understand what his problem was.
Right.
And they're just saying all this ugly shit, and I'm just like, what? What are you doing, man? Like, it went from me being nice to you just. It basically just sounded like he was like pissed off because I was getting the clout on my page, not his. And I can understand because that would be frustrating. Think about it. I mean, it would be like I don't see it being like a crybaby situation, but it would be like kind of like God damn, like what? You know that kind of reaction if you were, um, like for example, I have a song with Superflow called I think Eternal Sunshine that got featured on Superflow's page, even though it was technically my song that he featured on. I'm not gonna be bummed out by it, but it's kind of like, ah, damn, like Voloco should have paid attention because technically it was my song. But I'm not. At the end of the day, we both got the recognition, so we both worked on the song. But I'm not gonna be pissy and throw a fucking fit over it, But that is something that I wish Voloco did, just because it's. I mean, come on, like it is technically your song, but it's not necessarily like a big deal to where you gotta cry and bitch about it. But anyway, but it just kept going and stuff like that. And it just seemed like he was just basically frustrated that I was getting the clout that was supposed to be going to him because they were technically quote unquote his songs, which obviously they were. But so I could understand where he was coming from, but I have nothing to do with that. I am not the person that featured the tracks. You
Right.
falling asleep?
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but no, we good. Yeah, no, we're good. But no, that's a fact though.
But so he just kept saying all this BS and stuff like that, and then he said something like, "It sounds like you're using me," and no, well, actually, no, I had said it sounds like okay. So basically, I'm not gonna lie. There's no reason for me to lie. I basically said it sounds like you're a cloud chaser.
Yep.
Because it all makes sense now. Why would he send me all these tracks? And oh, I forgot to mention that this guy is not a loyal artist. If he works on a song and send it to another person, you ain't gonna be the only one. He's gonna send it to somebody else or X amount of people. There's I think 3 songs that I did with this guy that have been sent to 5 other people. Like, I'm like, not that I care anymore because fuck him, respectfully, but it just shows you, like, like what, like what do you need? You're not an artist.
Right.
An artist doesn't do that. Like, it's one thing if you want to call it like a remix, but
Right.
shouldn't you ask the other person that you made the song with first? Just out of respect. I mean, even though it's your song, I mean, this would just be the right thing to do. Oh, I really like this song. I might, have someone else remix on it, but I don't mean it in like that kind of way. I want the song to be really out there or something like that. Like that's one thing, but he does it without saying anything, and it just looks like you're a piece of shit. So that's why I don't even care because at the end of the day, he's the one in the wrong, and like I said, that's yeah. It just shows that he's a piece of shit, respectfully.
Yeah. See, that's another reason why I didn't want to work with him. After I found out that he was doing that, like sending the same tracks to other people and shit. He sent me a song too. I mean, you remember that one song. And for some reason, he like pitched his vocals for some reason, and he told me he didn't really like what he did with the song, so he wanted to fix it. So I was like, alright, that's fine. So I'm not gonna lie, my part sucked on it, so I'm kind of glad like I didn't really see too much light of day, and I didn't like it that much. My part was just kind of but I forget. Yeah, I think he was just like playing something, and he just happened to pop up on the fucking hot list, and it was the same song, except someone else was on it, and he unpitched his vocals. Oh shit! And it's funny because he deleted the song the version with me on it,
Mm.
So I was just like, yeah, maybe it was better if I didn't fucking,
Yeah, I touch it.
yeah. And I'm glad I didn't even post on my page, so I don't want any of this fucking music on my page.
Right.
Places. But yeah, I don't know. The way that dude reacted towards you just giving him advice is like so fucking corny. It's sad too. He's a grown ass man.
Right. And I think I know this might seemed what the hell. I know this might sound silly to some of you guys, but I think he also kind of like saw it as like, damn, I just got told by a 22-year-old female, even though I'm a 30-year-old ass dude. So I can understand like it's like damn, like that might. So he probably felt like embarrassed in a way. That's probably why he took it too personal too. But it's like, but at the same time, it's like I don't like I said, I'm not rubbing my clout in anyone's face, but yeah, I'm a higher up artist. Like if anything, shit, if someone had a bunch of followers and stuff like that, and they had great music, I would be like, oh, this person's trying to help me.
Exactly. I'm good. Trust me, I know. I love that entire shit, but no, I'm still listening.
But
But yeah, it's help at the end of the day. He's the one that wanted to see it a different way. It's just weird how he switched up though. Because at first he was like, "Oh nah, yeah, I see what you mean," and then literally just like out of nowhere, he's like, "Wait a minute!" It's like the fuck, like what type of cartoony ass timing is that?
yeah,
It's like, wait a minute, and honestly, it's no surprise. But at least in my opinion, because I don't know, we've mentioned it before about like maybe it's because of the age difference. Like he felt stupid because you're
Right.
younger than him, telling him
what
like
to do and what
yeah, like suggestions. But honestly, I think it's just a sexism thing, to be honest. I just feel like that's the energy he gives me because yeah, sure, like when Yosa talked with him, like obviously Yost is probably like a lot older, like probably around his age. But I think he just communicates better with dudes in general than females. I honestly think that dude's just sexist. Like I feel like he's probably like he wants to use age as an excuse, but in my opinion, I think he's just sexist. Like I think he just like doesn't think like anyone younger than him, but also like anyone younger and female should be giving him advice. But I just think it's also childish because he even admitted to Yosa that he first of all he didn't even own the rights to the beats, so he couldn't make you take the songs down, which is stupid that he even said like, oh yeah, I could technically make you take those songs down. You don't own the rights, dude. You can't do that.
right.
And then B, he even admitted like, you know what? Yeah, I don't take advice very well. No fucking shit, stupid. Like the fuck, it shouldn't have to take another grown ass dude to tell you like you're fucking wrong for that. For you to be like, yeah, you know what? I just don't take advice well. Like, seriously? Oh my god. It's like, what? I know it's like Pride Month, but I just feel like it's always man on man shit right now. It's always like, okay, a female's just giving me advice. I'm gonna take that wrong. I'm gonna cause an issue. I'm gonna cause beef. I'm gonna cause problems. A whole nother man is telling me that I'm tweaking. I'm gonna listen to him because he's a man. And he's old like me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah.
Like, he's not okay in the fucking head. Honestly, he needs to go to a fucking mental institution. In my fucking opinion, there's no way you get that butthurt over fucking advice.
Right. That's not normal.
Yeah, that's not fucking normal. He needs a therapist, bro.
He does. But that just shows you like his ego is that high. Cause he, like I said, and the thing is, respectfully, like I said, I don't mean to say this, but I have to say it because it's the only way that's gonna make sense. But again, I'm the one that has the clout, respectfully. I don't like saying anything about my clout because I don't want it to make it sound like I'm hot shit because I'm not. I would say I'm a pretty good artist, but I'm not rubbing it in people's faces and stuff like that. But even I don't act like that, But basically to what I was saying was, trying to figure out where I left off. Oh, basically, I had asked him, I was like, it sounds like you're a cloud chaser. It sounds like you're using me. And he was like, how am I using you? You're using me. Those are my songs. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, just because they're your songs and they got featured on my page doesn't, like, I don't, it just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, I'm not the one that featured the songs on my page. Don't get pissed off at me. Like, I understand that you're frustrated because over time, again, the clout's going to me and not you. But again, why are you talking shit and saying if it wasn't for, if it wasn't for, you, I wouldn't be successful? That makes no sense. I literally have more followers and I have more plays than you.
You found him. He didn't, like...
Well,
no, he came... You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm half asleep, y'all. That's not what I meant. But, no, like, he got his popularity because of you.
Right.
He wasn't anybody.
He wasn't. And I'm... It might sound rude, but it's the truth. He literally had 3 to 5 views per song whenever we first started collabing. So it's not me being rude or trying to, say this and that. It's facts. I mean,
literal
it's
facts. Yes.
But so he basically just said, if anything, it was me using him. He goes, and you're probably using my cousin too. I'm like, who the fuck is your cousin?
Yeah, for real. What the fuck does that even mean? Your cousin
has like, I don't know, like, he's got like 5 tracks on his page. Nobody knows who the fuck Moolah Moy is. I'm sorry. I mean, and I think he did say that, like, his cousin's on other platforms, but nobody knows who he is on Voloco.
I don't even know who the fuck he is on other platforms. Nobody knows who the fuck is that guy. Nobody knows him.
But, again, it just shows you that everything he's saying makes no sense. He's just pissed off because I got his clout that he was supposed to get, supposedly. Like, but again, that just shows you that the clout was purposely on my page because people fuck with my music. I have more of a following. I have more people that view my tracks, and he's still getting up there because, again, like, I am the reason why he is starting to be more well known because, it's not, and obviously he would post our tracks on his page too, but again, they weren't making it to the hot list.
They weren't.
Otherwise, then I could understand what he's saying, but it doesn't make any sense. But, so they just started coming all those mumbo jumbo clusterfuck conversations, and basically I called him a pussy because he couldn't take the advice. It takes a lot for me to get frustrated and pissed off, but it's the fact that I tried, but it's kind of like I wasted my time with this person. I was respectful. I helped this dude out, and then that's what he wants to do is flip it on me and be a narcissistic asshole. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna say you're a pussy because you can't take advice. You're a grown-ass dude. Man up.
For real.
Your ego cannot be that high. You are not shit without me. I'm sorry. You are not.
Yeah, like, y'all were, like, killing it with the views. Y'all were killing it with the collabs, but he has a fucking ego problem. Like, he gives, like, small dick energy for real, though. Like, there's no way you get that mad over fucking advice. Like, you have a music friend that makes music with you, and they're just, like, trying to help you out, like, yo, by the way, like, try to switch it up a little bit. You get mad at that? It's like, the fuck? Because,
like I said, it's not like I was being offensive or anything. It was an idea. It was me hinting around, but it wasn't even rude.
See, the stupid part is he could have, literally the most he could have done was just say, like, I see what you're saying, but
this is just my genre.
Yeah, this is just my genre. It's the style I'm fucking with, so I'm gonna just stick with it. You feel me? Like, he could have just said something like that, and it wasn't like you were gonna reply to him being like, I don't know. I feel like you should change it. Your genre sucks.
Right, because then it would be pushing, and then it'd become like, okay, like I'm harassing him in a way.
But it's like he put fake scenarios in his fucking head, and then like
he's very delusional.
Super delusional, man. That motherfucker needs fucking Prozac, dude. Like, that shit is weird. That's not normal to act like that. It's fucking weird. But yeah, no, that's not fucking normal. He needs therapy. He needs it all. He needs everything. That's not fucking normal.
But yeah, so after we were going back and forth with that, he goes, basically I was saying, do you want me to take the trucks off my page? And he goes, I ain't saying all that and stuff like that, but I'm like, do you want me to take the trucks off the page? So I'm like, I don't mind doing it. And basically I'm, basically just calling him like a piece of shit because he's flipping it completely and he's not understanding, he just doesn't understand advice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so then he's like, if you don't take the tracks down, I'm gonna get lawyers, I'm gonna take you to court. First of all, you don't own the rights to the beats. Second of all, they're gonna fucking laugh at you because you're wasting their time because you couldn't take advice. We have we have messages, I have screenshot evidence. If anything, like, that makes no sense. I'm literally that confident. It's like, okay, take me. I don't fucking give a shit. Take me.
He's gonna look stupid.
The messages are in your phone. Why would, like, I literally, he's gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that makes no sense.
I don't understand what's with the ego issues when it comes to court. Like, why does everybody who has ego issues on fucking Voloco want to talk about court? Court can't fucking do anything for you. Nobody is going to represent you in court over a fucking music app. Like, grow the fuck up. You people sound like people sound like children. You cannot take someone to court because you don't like what they say about you. This isn't grade school where you could cry to your teacher about something. This is real life. It's time for you guys to grow up, man. We're adults. You need to act like you're your fucking age. Your parents raised you just for you to fucking wake up and be useless? Like, what is wrong with you fucking people? Like, just be normal. Like, bruh, like, it's giving quiet kid energy. Like, y'all are the type of motherfuckers to fucking remind the teacher that y'all got homework on Friday. Like, that's the energy y'all really giving, bro. Like, get some fucking mental help. Smoke some weed or some shit. Calm the fuck down. Like, I don't know, dip your fucking balls into some orange juice or something. Like, you really need to chill. You just gotta learn to, like, live life. You cannot be getting this fucking butthurt just because someone gave you an opinion or has an opinion. That's so fucking stupid. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, this person's trying to help me out. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna talk about poor. I'm gonna talk about that. Like, you fucking... Yo, JC is a fucking lunatic, bro. That dude is a lunatic. I would not be surprised if he ends up in a psych ward. That dude is actually batshit insane for getting mad over that. Like, it's okay to not take advice. It's okay to just be normal. You don't have to fucking cry and get mad. Nobody's using him for anything. Like, nobody knows you. Nobody knows your cousin.
Right, and how can I use him if he has less of a following?
Yeah.
And he's not on other platforms. Nobody knows who he is. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's why I'm just like, what the fuck are you? That's why I'm just laughing. I'm literally sitting laughing mode. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, you realize that this is all because of you.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, I took the tracks down off my page with no hesitation because at the end of the day, I don't want someone like that to be on my page. I'm not gonna promote him. I'm not gonna, like I said, fuck him. I mean, I'm not gonna give him the, attention and stuff that he wants. He can keep it going on himself. But again, and the funny part is it actually helped me make my profile look better because now I have less tracks with even more views. So, I mean, technically, I lost nothing from it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I lost a couple features. But I don't really care about the feature thing, honestly. But, like, it literally does not bother me at all. My whole point is, I got used and my time was wasted whenever I could have charged him or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't deserve anything from me. If that's really how he thought the entire time, like, wow. And I fell for it.
Right.
That's why, you guys, if anyone works with you that have, a less following, be careful. Be careful. 'Cause you don't want to run into people like that. Because, like I said, I felt for it. I'm a smart person, but
Yeah.
shit.
Honestly, if they're underrated on the app or whatever, they're probably underrated for a reason. Keep it that way. Don't give them the chance to see the light of day. They're probably gonna have fucking ego issues and cause problems. It's just not worth it. Everybody deserves to not deal with that. So yeah, just avoid it at all costs. You could you can work with people, but like it's a hit or miss, but more hits, more misses than hits. You know what I mean? It's harsh to say, but it's the truth. Like, if you see someone that makes music and they just seem like genuine, like they just enjoy what they're doing, that's cool. But if you see someone making like repetitive music and they don't really have a lot, like a big following, but like people have collabed with them a few times, stay away from those people, bro. There's issues clearly in that fucking head of theirs. It's so stupid how Voloco fame changes people. It's Voloco fame. It means nothing. That's the funny part. It literally means nothing. Because at the end of the day, you're nobody outside of Voloco. If you solely base your entire personality off of an app, you're nobody outside of that app. Like, and it goes with any app, to be honest, not just Voloco, but any app. Any app that has to do with music making or whatever, like, I bet you there's, like, that one British BandLab rapper that I showed you, like, last week or something. That dude doesn't see the light of day outside of BandLab. He lives on BandLab. His whole community's on BandLab, and nobody really knows who the fuck he is outside of BandLab. There's probably SoundCloud rappers that blew up during the SoundCloud era, back in like 2017 or 2018, and they can't let go of that. It's like a super senior who can't let go of the fact that they fucking played in high school fucking football or some shit. Like they let fame that doesn't really mean anything get to their head, and then they're gonna grow older and look like a fucking idiot. Any money bet, like the people that are still on the Voloco app are like that. Let the fame get to them, they're probably gonna stay there until they're like fucking 60. And then when they retire, they're gonna be like, wow, I wasted like 30 fucking years of my life over a fucking app. Because I didn't want to be something else. I just wanted to eat up Voloco fame, have fucking dignity and like personality issues or whatever the fuck, like ego issues. And that entire time, I could have been a serious artist. I could have collabed with more people that I could have been nicer to. I could have fucking became something bigger with my music or whatever. But instead, I chose to waste my life with my ego issues on a fucking app because it gave me euphoria. Like, it's stupid. It's Voloco fame. Yeah, it'll feel good in the moment. It'll feel nice, like you're getting recognition, but at the end of the day, it's just an underground music app, dude. You cannot base your entire fucking personality off of it. You cannot fucking let a little bit of recognition boost your ego to that point where you think you're too good for everything. You're not. That's not how that fucking works. Especially not on Voloco. It's a fucking music app ran by bald people. It's not special, dude. And it's funny because, like I said earlier, people want to feed off of the Voloco fame, but at the end of the day, the same people that are eating up all the songs you make in the comment sections and stuff, even though they probably aren't actually listening to the songs, those same people are doing it to other people too. Like, you're not special. That's what people need to realize. You're not special for that specifically. Like, I'm not saying no one's special at all on that, but you're not special because you feed off the Voloco fame. It's those same people are feeding people the same exact, like, fucking serotonin to other people too. It's the same thing. They're doing it to other people too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the plays on your profile says. So like 19,000 people viewed my music. And those same 19,000 people viewed everyone else's music too. Like, people need to have that mindset, bro. There's always a bigger fish in the fucking sea, dude. It's not, it doesn't mean you're hot shit. It's okay to feel proud of yourself. It's another thing to be full of yourself.
Right.
I'm gonna deliver these 2 pieces and then I might end stream. I'm so tired. Is there anything else you want to say before I end it?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I think
I mean, there's obviously much more that we could talk about, but we're gonna save it for another.
Yeah, absolutely. We should just do
Whether
this.
We continue, like another week or later this week or tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Alright, guys. Well, after I deliver C3, I'm gonna end the stream. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Y'all are some real ones. Happy Monday. Well, it's Tuesday now. It's 3 in the morning for me, but hope y'all had a good day. Make sure to check out some of my Voloco content. I have a podcast with another Voloco artist, A Hunt3, and I also make music on my other channel. I game and stream games on this channel here too. I have like underground music videos on my channel, so make sure to check that out if you haven't yet. And yeah, stay tuned. We might shoot the shit and just talk about the stuff again at some point this week. Who knows? But thank you guys for watching, and peace out.
Bye.